Good morning, stream. Good afternoon, good evening, depending where you are as well. I hope everyone is having a fantastic day so far. So I thought I'd just play a little bit of 2 Point Hospital today. I'm going to be trying to improve Grockle Bay, which is the latest hospital that we've got. We got 1 star before. It's been a bit of a challenge, and I thought we'd have a go at continuing playing that and see if we can improve the hospital just a little bit. So, I hope the sound levels and everything are okay for everyone. And without further ado, let's get on and play the game. So for those of you that haven't come along before when I've been on 2 Point Hospital, 2 Point Hospital is the spiritual successor to, I think it's 1997's Theme Hospital. So many of the same devs behind the project, and in fact I believe some of the same voiceover artists and other things. If not, they found someone that's very close. And it's a management sim. You're running a hospital that has a variety of illnesses to discover and deal with, and Grockle Bay is a reasonably far through the game. So anyhow, let's get on with this and get on with playing. So So this is a touristy area, and unfortunately there's lots and lots of infections, which isn't my favourite part. What we got here? What's she stuck on? Let's just try and put her. I'm not entirely sure why she can't figure out where she's going. Anyhow, sorry, let's just pause this just for a moment. So we need a shop clinic, and we've got a special report. Okay, that's the patients we just cured. Okay, so this is Grockle Bay, and I can talk you through very quickly what we've done so far. So we've got our main hospital building that we started with here, and I've tried to fill that with mainly diagnosis and keeping all of the diagnosis stuff as close together as possible. To try and improve the treatment rates early on, where I haven't got necessarily the greatest stuff, I have been spamming all of the rooms with medicine cabinets, which is an item that you can buy for your kudosh, and you earn kudosh for completing challenges within the game, and it allows you to upgrade certain items in your hospital. So at the moment I've got this main area, and I've got 3 GP's offices over here. I've also got my general diagnosis, which is run by a nurse, a cardiology, a staff room here for people to rest in. That looks like... Oh no, he's the one that needs shock therapy. That's okay. We've got some toilets. We then have our ward, which I've put more over into this area, in the diagnosis area to start with, because it is used for diagnosis as well as treatment. Then we have our recovery unit, which is actually a clinic. That's probably going to get moved out of this part of the hospital fairly soon, because I think I need that space for a couple more GP's offices, or certainly will do before very long. And I also have one of our psychology rooms over there, which I may well move over here yet. So over here we've got our training room, which I'm going to keep moving to the furthest point away from the helipad, just because it doesn't actually matter where the training room is. We have our injection room, another psychiatry, and a fracture ward that deals with fractures. We've also got, over on this side, our surgery, and another one of our clinics, the resolution lab, which deals with the 8-bit illness. So at the moment we're doing okay. We seem to be suffering from quite a lot of infections across the hospital, but I think that's just part and parcel of this particular level. And we have some additional plots that we can build on going forward. So we've got plot 3 here for 60,000. We have plot 9 for 55,000. We've got plot 2 for 45,000. Is that a separate one there? That's part of plot 2. We've got plot 6 for 25,000. plot 7 for 50,000, plot 8 for 25,000. So that's all of our hospitals. So we've expanded a little bit. So the strategy I'm trying to follow is I'm trying to manage the queues down a little bit. Anyone that I can't treat, I just want out of the hospital as fast as possible. I'm also guessing at cure quite a bit at the moment to anyone that we're reasonably certain of the diagnosis, just to stop them traipsing from one end of the hospital to the other to help prevent deaths. And I have been just adding to my hospital as we've got requests for new treatments and therapies, so I need to get my treatment level up. So to get us up to our 2-star hospital, we need to get a cure rate of 75%, a reputation of 75%, so that one we're doing okay on. The hospital attractiveness of 70%, we're doing okay there as well, and a hospital value of 2 million, and we're quite a way off that, but we can get our hospital value up, A, by expanding our hospital, and B, just by having lots of cash on hand. So and at the moment, our last month, we were making a loss. So I'm trying to take on any emergency that I can. I think I'm going to send that patient home that needs a shock clinic. And before we restart the game, let's have a quick look through the patients we've got. The queues seem to be pretty dumb for the doctors. So what I try and do is just go through every so often. In fact, he can just go straight for treatment. And just go through and manage the queues a little bit. Because I want the doctor to see people either that are the most ill or people that have already had some diagnosis and need some more. Let's see. And I'm also looking for anyone that I don't have the equipment to deal with. Let's just send them for treatment. I'm pretty sure about that one. And move him up. By doing this, also the people that have the higher diagnosis certainty, we can just start sending off for treatment. Which means that you're getting more money in because you're treating more people. So I think that queue looks okay. Let's see if we can get into this queue. And this queue looks alright. Gonna get him to be... Oh, bad words. I'm gonna get him to be seen next. I don't have the DNA room yet, so I know that I'm not going to be able to deal with him, so I'm just going to send him home. Just looking for any other obvious patients there that I'm not going to be able to deal with, and also I can see a couple of people that are a wee bit the worse for wear over here. And he's been called in psychiatry. I think he's already been called into the room. It is what it is. I think he's going to die in a hospital. I don't think we can be seen in psychiatry and get through to recovery fast enough. So we'll just start the timer if that's okay with everyone. Welcome to the stream, everyone. I really appreciate you guys being here, and yeah, if you have any questions, just ask. We have got a restream working today, so it doesn't matter whether you're watching on Mixer, Twitch or YouTube, you are more than welcome to type into the chat and we'll be able to see it across and have a chat with each other. So let's see, we've got a staff promotion, so I'll promote them. And I probably need to keep getting some of my staff trained as well. It's not a requirement, but oh, we took a bit of a... That's our salary's just gone out. Hey, Plan of Attack, good morning. So we're just going to keep it going a little bit of a slower pace at the moment. Oh, that person's definitely dying now. He's been called into the room and run to the toilet. Oh, that noise, the doop doop doop, is a cure failing. Normally a patient dying shortly afterwards. There does seem to have been a bit of a glitch on this level that I can't deal with, which is there's puddles of urine here that the janitors just don't seem to be able to see or sweep up. So I've put, to deal with it, rather than kind of restarting the level, I've just put some awards here that make it feel a bit more pleasant around the area. So I'm going to send him, sorry, Sophie in fact, I'm going to send her straight for treatment and have a look through the available staff. So all of our staff, they each have a star rating and they also have specific skills which can either improve Things like treatment just improve their general treatment ability, whatever they're treating, but there are other skills that you need to use certain rooms. So if I want to install and use the Mega Scanner, which I'm pretty sure has to be pronounced Mega Scanner, I need that qualification there. If in surgery, I need surgeons to have the surgery qualification, and for the DNA labs, I need them to have genetics. And there's a few others as well. There you go. There's a psychiatry one there as well. And you can train these skills. If there's as soon as the circle's dark like that, that means training is available, and you can train them in your training room to improve their overall skills. So I need to get a level 4 training room in. That's good. So I've leveled all of my rooms up to a level 3. The reason being that you often get staff challenges to up them to a level 4. And that seems like an easy challenge for us to be able to deal with. And also get us a little bit of a bonus. So it's currently level 3. Let's just close that down and we'll soon get this to a level 4. So all I'm going to do is spam the walls with these gold star awards. I love these gold star awards. In fact, that was it. That was all we need to do. That was enough. The gold star awards improve the hospital's attractiveness, and they don't cost a huge amount. I mean, 300, it's 3 times, or nearly 4 times the cost of the plants. However, they don't need to be watered or maintained, which is huge. I think I was going to move the other psychiatry room over here. I'm not entirely sure. I think what I will move over here, though, is this other treatment room. Let's clear that filter off a second. So I think I'm going to need another GP's office. So I'm going to click on edit on here, because there's no one waiting for this at the moment. And put it there. So one of the minor foibles of the game is that when you do move rooms around, if you have windows in them, they seem to block everything if you have windows against a room that already has windows. So it's still saying I need to tell that. I don't understand. I know why. There we go. There's the other window, because you can only place the windows on internal walls. The external walls have windows in already, and they are where they are. So, I think that would... Yes? Not sure what that was all about. Okay, and we've still got a fire extinguisher in there, and that's important for all of the rooms. Because, unfortunately, things do catch fire. So I've tried to spread out through the corridors here as well. Hey, Siaken, how are you? I've tried to spread out through all of the corridors here, food, drink, and seating, and also some entertainment, which is why all the video games that are there, because that just helps a little bit to keep the patients in the area. The only thing I don't have over here that I could probably do with is some toilets, and I can't fit them in without moving this out of the way. So at the moment, the only toilets in my hospital are those 2 there, which mean if a patient decides they need the toilet all the way over here, then they're going to run over to those toilets over there. So I do need to put more toilets in throughout the hospital. On the subject of which, I think I'm going to put some over here in this corner. Sure, I'll have a reported visit. So the whole point in that... So what are the quality of life updates that have been released very recently for 2 Point Hospital? Is that they allow you to just copy rooms. So if you've already set up a room setup that you like, you can just copy it. Oh, and then drag it around. So I'm going to copy this one because it's the squarer room. And put it with the door that way. There we go, and I can put a few extra windows in. So you're going to say he's doing alright, fighting a headache at the moment because I need to do some work. How are you today, Neil? I'm well. I'm sorry to hear you got a headache, that sucks. Let's... Sure, whatever it is I need to sell. So that gets me an extra GP's office because I have 2 long queues over here. I hope you feel better soon. Uh, yeah. Oh, and it's award season. Oh dear. You'll notice that I probably will not get any no deaths in the entire time you watch this stream. So, let's go. The Rising Star Award goes to Bungle Meditech. That's not me. The Employer of the Year goes to Grockle Bay. Oh, that'll do. That's okay. The No Deaths Award goes to the Orb Foundation. That's not me either. I'm never going to get that no deaths without massive underreporting. The Best Teaching Hospital is not me, so I haven't actually trained any of my staff this year. That's not hugely surprising. The Patient's Choice Award goes to Grockle Bay. They're choosing to die with me. Um, the no deaths award seems to be so hard, so you can say it is. It's almost freaking impossible. Certainly, you might get it the first year if you luck out in the easier hospitals. In the other ones, until you're really advanced and really got it down. I haven't had them very often at all. So we won the most prestigious hospital, lost the best research hospital, and now we have Hospital of the Year, which is Grockle Bay. So I've got 4 out of 8 stream. That's not world ending. The awards give you a little bit of a cash bonus, and it also gives you some kudos and a bit of reputation, which gets you busier. So I'm going to need more doctor's offices, and I'm probably going to need to expand the hospital as well. Yeah, that's already full. So really, it starts to give you little warnings above when it's 6 or above to a room. If you'd have no patients, you'd have no deaths. Any way to lock the doors and keep all the sick people out. That seems fine. Oh, I've got an epidemic. Epidemics are outbreaks of virulous diseases within your hospital. So the jogger's ripple effect, a contagious disease, has been detected in the hospital. The 2-point Centre for Disease Control, the TPCDC, will reward us if they don't have to get involved. We've been issued a limited number of vaccines, so it's up to us to vaccinate people displaying the telltale signs of the disease before it spreads. If we run out of vaccines or too many infected people escape, the TPCDC will step in and handle the epidemic. The jogger's ripple is characterised by involuntary bouts of stretching, cardiovascular exercise, and general health consciousness. Unlikely in my hospital, they wouldn't be here if they were health conscious. The disease spreads through a powerful and athletic sneeze. Captain Hendrick says your hospital is more of a killer than the epidemic. Yeah, absolutely. I'm more of a killer than you are in Holdfast. That's how many people die in my hospital. Welcome to the stream, by the way, Captain Hendricks. I hope you're having a great day, my friend. So, we're going to have to look for these people. Honestly, at some points, I just give up on these. Because a hit to reputation, I don't really care about, unless it's going for the... going to affect my score, because your problems start to come in 2-point as your reputation increases, because more and more people come in and want to be treated. Right. So let's see what we can do. So we're looking for people that are jumping around and being athletic. There you go. That I saw one there. There we go. That was one of them. That's another one. Oh. Actually, however, you can go home because I don't have a DNA lab. I have a feeling this infection is going to spread out of control here. I'm not... That person might just need the loo. Oh, that's one of my staff. Stop spreading infections around. Oh no, they're just energetic. Right, there's now 13 infected people. I'd rather get the epidemic failed and over with quickly. Okay, so the TPCDC, that's easy to say, is going to step in and deal with that. I'm going to actually get rid of... Oh no, that's my staff room. I can't get rid of that. I think I might need some more space. I also need to... Tarquin, where he's going? He's waiting for surgery. So we've got a nurse in. No, she's going on a break. Fantastic. Well, on the subject of that, let's at least put some toilets in over this side. So that will stop people running over to these ones over here when they need to use the facilities. So, how's everyone doing today? How are you doing today, Captain Hendricks? Let's. The toilets can be quite small. Let's stick them there. There we go. One of the nice things about two-point hospital versus theme hospital is you can make the rooms odd sizes. So there is still a minimum requirement size for each of them, but being able to just drag and drop and use the extra space is really cool. Let's put a sink in or two, a hand dryer or two. We're going to need some air conditioning because this is quite a warm area that we're in. We'll put some hand sanitizer on the wall. We'll put a small air conditioner in there. Let's see. How's that for a start? That's not bad. And then we'll put in. I'd rather have too many than too few janitors, to be honest, at this point. Okay. Nude awakening. There's been an outbreak of Emperor complex. After a popular article about minimalist fashion led to a wave of misguided but somewhat admirable conviction. A group are being sent for treatment by their families will be rewarded if we treat this group. Should we have them sent here? 7 patients with Emperor Complex, treatment room psychiatry, and we have 2 of them. I'm going to say yes. Captain Hendricks says, I'm good, thanks, and need to get back on hold fast soon. You're doing well. I am doing well, Captain Hendricks. Thank you very much for asking, my friend. And yes, I need to get back on hold fast soon as well. I'm trying to make sure I'm playing lots of different games on the stream because we've got like groups of people that are watching for different games, and besides anything else, I like 2 Point as a bit of a change. Let's get it in. I'm just gonna put this huge staff room in here. I go get that overlay gone for now. That'll do. Well, I say huge, tiny. There you go. I think last time I played on Holdfast, I could barely get in the server. There were loads of people in the North America server. Right. Let's put a sofa in here. So sofa's a required thing. You have to have at least 1 sofa in there. And the rest of the things I'm going to put in there, I'll give them a luxury snacks machine so they can pay for their lunch. Let's just give them energy drinks. I don't think I care that much if I mistake them for people that are suffering from the epidemic joggers ripple. And we'll also put some hand sanitizer. If you don't put a bin in, they will just leave their trash all over the place. And we'll put a couple of video games in there. A coffee maker. I tend to put a coffee maker and a sweet dispenser in every single room if I possibly can. That's because it means that they don't get quite as tired as fast or as hungry. Let's stick some rugs in here. Why not? Oh, so I don't want to get this to level 4. That's close enough because I'm hoping that I'll get a challenge to improve it. So that should mean that our surgeons don't go wandering off over the other side of the world either. Okay, publicity update. Sally Figure Blanket's latest county roundup just went live. It's a feature on the hospital that's leading the county's healthcare into the future. Oh, it's about us. Great news. Cool, so we've got a bit more cash there. Let's see how we're doing over here. How are we doing for time on that? Oh, we got plenty of time. So I'll try and put a priority for the patients that are actually dying. Oh, that's a dead patient there. No deaths award this year. Ho hum. I think I'm going to have to. I'm running out of space for more diagnostic rooms here, so I'm going to have to move this recovery unit and find another building. So I think I'm going to take that one. There we go. So quick look through. Alright, hang on. You. Right, you. No, come here. Oh. Alright. I'm just going to pause it for a second so I can actually get to these people and sending them straight for treatment. They're going to die anyway. We may as well have a punt at trying to cure them. You straight for treatment. You straight for treatment. Okay. Let's have a quick look through all of the doctor's offices. So that person can go home because I can't treat that. So I'm just looking for anyone that, because this has this is someone that needs a DNA unit, which I do not have. I guess click on the door there. Let's get that person seen first, followed by that person. That person just needs to go for treatment. They're already almost dead, and we'll send that person straight for treatment as well. Just to help try and move our queues down just a little bit. I'm going to send that person for treatment as well, just because our certainty was pretty high on them. That person can go home because I can't cure them. So can that person. I think I'm going to have to build DNA labs. The problem is DNA labs cost quite a lot, and they're used as a diagnosis tool as well as a treatment tool, which means that they tend to be super busy. So you need like 3 or 4 of them, which I can't afford one of them at the moment. In fact, let's send him straight for treatment if he's not already. I send him straight for treatment. It's probably a bit low for doing that. In fact, I'll be sending that patient home because he needs a DNA lab. I'm going to send him straight for treatment. So I'm trying to get all these queues down as much as I possibly can. Okay, everyone else there is looking fairly fit and healthy. They're looking a bit unhappy. I'll move them up a little bit and carry on. So, Captain Hendricks, are you going to be playing Holdfast tonight? Let's get it playing again. And I need to also... Oh no, I've got food machines and things over here. So they're queuing for surgery. And I'm waiting for a doctor. Oh, that's an awesome surgeon. Let's put them in there. You can also go into your staff as well. Something worth doing, particularly over time when you have great surgeons, or people that are great at particular things. You can go into your staff, and then there's a checklist here at the bottom here that you can say, well, actually, I don't want that member of staff doing anything but. So it's super useful because by default, everyone will be able to try and do everything that they have the skills to do. And general diagnosis is one of the ones in particular that you don't want your only surgeon to be going back to the GP's office constantly. I'm actually going to tell, because that person's got general practice 1, I'm going to tell them to do nothing but general practice. And that surgeon, I think I'm going to try and focus on their surgery and psychology. Or psychiatry even. Or at the very least, actually, I'll let them do the other labs. But I don't particularly want them to go to the GP's office. That's a waste of their treatment skills. And that psychiatrist the same, particularly as they've got treatment as well. And I think, to be honest, I probably don't want them going in other areas of the hospital. I want them to focus on psychiatry because we've always got a queue there. Oh, we're killing patients at a great rate of knots. Okay, we cured 6 out of 7 with the Emperor Complex, so that's okay. That gives us a bit more cash. And we need to improve the hospital attractiveness to 70% to get this staff challenge, which I will do. So the reason it dropped is because this new building's now here. So I think I'm going to put treatment stuff here. I think this room in particular. Let's edit that and then just drag it somewhere over here. So I'm going to try and fill this area with clinics in the end. I will actually have to edit this room down. Darn. So we'll put the air conditioning unit there. And I'm going to remove that chunk. And then let's... Why is it having a funny 5? Oh, what happened? Oh, what an idiot. Okay, let's try that again. First derp of the day. So let's move this over here. Let's sell the things that we can't move around. Move... Oh. And then move that... Actually, I could do much deeper offices there. Huh. I think I'm actually going to put this unit there for now. So a quick way to improve the attractiveness if you need to improve it for an award is just to go to items and stick plants everywhere and then just take them away again after the challenge is over. So this might not do it enough, but I'm just going to stick loads of these in for now. You see the hospital attractiveness is jumping. There you go, done. And that got me everyone being a bit happier and some kudosh. I will definitely be removing all of those cacti very soon. I am going to have to put more seating outside. I think I'm going to try and keep this nice and wide and open. I am also going to have to put some air conditioning because this will be super warm over this side. So let's put the thing on so I can actually see the heat. Yep, that's a bit too toasty. So if we find the large air conditioning units, and again I'll move these later as we build out a hospital, but I don't want people complaining that they're too warm. So there we go. I'll come back and do all this properly in a minute, but that gets us the starters, and we're going to need some seating for our patients. There we go. And we'll also put... I'm going to put a snack machine, a drinks machine outside. And I'll also put some toilets over in this block before long. However, first, I need to keep improving my GP's office. Oh, no, if you're already pretty certain about his diagnosis. I'm certain of what his diagnosis is. I can't do anything about it, I'm sorry. That's almost 8-bit there. I do love the illnesses in this game. They've done a good job of poking fun at everything. Right, I'm having to send a lot of people home that need the DNA lab, so I think I may just give in and build it. Right. So you have to click on the door is difficult. To be honest, I think they're going to be dead anyway. Oh, they need a DNA lab. Let's just send them home. Yeah, that's... Alright, a DNA lab is looking like a sensible step now. I'll move that person to the top of the queue there. Him to the top of the queue there. I'll queue over here. I'm going to just send them for treatment because we're pretty certain about their diagnosis. We'll see him next. I'm just going to send him... he needs a shock clinic. And I don't have one of those either. Okay, so... I'm going to place my first DNA lab in this original building, actually, rather than more GP's offices, just temporarily. So, how big does it need to be? Oh, I need to turn that. Well, it doesn't have to be that big. put some windows in the front. And a door there. And let's move this bench to there. So we need our helixer. I might have to move that door actually. Yep. Unless I can put the helixer the other way round. Yeah, that'll do. Okay. So every room I put a machine in, you have to have a fire extinguisher. Because they will catch fire at some point. Oh. Wow. Fire extinguisher over there? Must just be me derping and putting it in the wrong place. As you get a little bit richer, you can actually stick servers in, which have two effects. One is they increase the heat in the room, so in cold areas you can actually heat your room just by sticking a ton of servers in. But they also add 1% in research power, which is super useful. So the other items I'm going to stick in here is I'm always using the big bins, so I bought the big bin from using Qdosh, and that's helpful because it allows me to empty the bins less. And we're putting our coffee machine and our sweet dispenser in there, and now we have to put some aircon in, so let's get the heat up again. Unfortunately, it doesn't update the heat level in a room until you actually finish it, so you have to click on it. There you go. I think that's close enough. That looks fine. I will put another air conditioner in the hallway as well, though. Doop, doop, doop. Just a small one. Let's put it here. And I'm going to put a couple of arcade machines here as well, because I don't want people wandering off. And some more seating. Doop doop doop. Feel free to call out if you see me doing anything particularly stupid, stream. I'm really good at doing particularly stupid things. Okay. So let's turn the heat level off. That's not a particularly pleasant room to work in at the moment, but I can live with that. My hospital attractiveness is bang on 70%, so I think we're ready to go. This room is looking a little bit oversubscribed as well. So general diagnosis. Is there anything I can do? Oh gee, need to manage the queue there as well. Yeah, I need another general diagnosis room. So one of the rooms I'm going to move out is this research room. It does not need to be where it is. So I'm just going to dump that in the new building somewhere. Seems fine. There we go. I'll come back and sort that out later. Ah, I've got a ghost. Have I got a janitor in my staff that has ghost catching? I hope so. So ghosts make a mess, and they also scare the patients and run around the hospital. So that's ectoplasm that's been left by one of the ghosts there. Where to next? Ah, yes, general diagnosis. Let's copy that room and just paste it over here, and I'll move the stuff outside. We'll make it a bit neater later. So, put the bench just over there. I'm probably going to need another reception desk soon as well. At the moment I'm just using the basic reception desk for everywhere. There we go. I think those are windows that yeah, those are windows that we can't have because that's an exterior wall. Sure. Don't know what the invalid item was. And I'm going to... Oh. I'll wait a minute and then I'll upgrade the machinery. So you can upgrade all your machinery to make it more effective. And it's definitely worthwhile over time. How are we doing for staff? Let's see. So we've got 8 nurses. And again, it would probably do with going into the checklist of these nurses. And this person has 2 lots of ward management skills and diagnostics. So I'm going to take her off doing anything that's not the ward. and I might let her do the injection room still because that's a skill that's needed. This person has treatment, emotional intelligence, pharmacy, injection administration. I might leave the rest as they are just for now. The ones that are on treatment, because wards also treat people as well, so I think what I'm going to have to do is get another nurse though. And let's hire a doctor that... Right, I'm not going to hire... Let's have a look. Will work for peanuts. Nasty, wraps presents better than you. Nope. Hygienic, inspiring, thrives when falling from a great height. I'm going to hire that doctor and put them in the training room and then try and train them in the genetics. And none of my staff have it. And then I'm going to hope... Yep, none of my staff have genetics. So I've built a DNA lab which is probably going to get a queue of people at who are probably going to die. In fact, let's... Oh, God. Of course, the treatment is the same as the diagnosis. I thought I could probably derp out of that. Never mind. Let's see who else we can hire. Oh. Yeah, that person's dead. I'm sending them home. And sending them home as well. Okay, so as we're seeing more and more people over here, going through the GP's offices, I've got that being a bit more efficient. We're going to start to see more and more people needing to go to general diagnosis, then to cardio. That person I'm going to try sending... Oh, he's got an appointment at the recovery room. He's got a bit of a way to go and he's heading the wrong way. Oh, seismic activity has been detected in our area. This could damage our machinery. Plumtax says, I like that tactic. You look really ill. Bye. Shoves out of hospital. Well, if I can't treat them, I'm giving them the option to go to other treatment facilities or the pavement. As long as they're off the hospital grounds, they have a choice of any other healthcare provider. Right, we need to start calling our janitors over to all of our equipment, because otherwise it will catch fire. Oh, that's an easy scan 3 already. Let's see how we're doing. We've got another piece of equipment over here. So in Theme Hospital, I used to stick all of my equipment that could catch fire in one area, so you had it in one screen. This is a little bit more forgiving than Theme Hospital, because in Theme Hospital, a machine would explode. You couldn't delete the room or get rid of that at all. So you were left with, after earthquakes, a reasonable number of rooms all over your hospitals. Or certainly I was, with just explosions that had happened that you couldn't then use that space again. Okay, let's have another quick look at our queues, and then we'll go on to... Oh, I also need to see if we can find anyone else that's got the... Oh, not at all. Oh, treatment skills. How are we doing over here for their training? Oh, he's nearly done. He is done. Genetics learn. Right, guess what? Up. No break for you. Get in there. And stay in there. In fact, let's check his checklist and make sure he's only doing that. So we need to go into staff, go into his checklist, and he is going to do nothing but genetics. I don't want him wandering around the hospital helping in GP's offices or anything else. I did notice another person that was a cheap doctor to have. I mean, obviously we're looking for the most experienced staff. You have to have watched at least one episode of ER to get to work in this hospital. Alright, if you've seen the trailer, you can work in this hospital. Have you heard of ER? You can still come anyway. Right, so that's another good nurse on the ward. One of the other nice things about 2 Point Hospital is that on the wards you can actually increase and decrease the number of staff manning the wards. And that means that you can go through patients a lot faster and improve efficiency. So if your wards are getting really busy, or if you have an emergency coming in, it's well worth clicking on the door and sticking an extra member of staff in there. Our cure rate's not looking great at the moment. Straight for treatment for you. Oh dear. Oh, we got a shock horror emergency. There's been an outbreak of shock horror after Jasmine Odyssey released a new single without warning and caused dangerous levels of surprise and static electricity. There's a group of fans looking for treatment. Will be rewarded if we treat this group. Should we have them sent here? We don't actually have the shock horror room at the moment. The shock clinic at the moment. However, that seems like a good opportunity to do it. Right. To move these cacti out of the way. So, can we afford the shock therapy room? It's probably a different question, so let's go in and have a look. Shock clinic, 30,000, we absolutely can. So let's do that. What size does it need to be? It needs to be 4x4. So if we put one there, I'm actually thinking about buying 2 of these. Where's the patient stand on that side? So I'm trying to be a little bit more, a little bit clever, which won't go well for me. Which I'm putting the machinery that the doctor needs to use on the doctor's side, and the machinery, the area that the patient needs to go into, near the door, so we can try and get through a few more people a bit faster. Let's put a couple of small aircon units in here. It's quite a large room. And we'll stick a load of a big bin. Let's put a big bin in the corner there. So we've got a bin, a fire extinguisher, hand sanitizer, coffee machine, and sweet dispenser, and a couple of aircon units. So I think that's probably a good start. And that room's going to cost me 31,910. So you can see the room cost at the top. I'm going to edit this room as well briefly and just shove it along a little bit. Hang on, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Move that bench there. There we go. And also worth knowing, the aircon units do need maintained, so you can spam them all over your hospital. However, if they stop working, they are no longer effective. So I think I'm going to try doing the mirror image of that. Let's copy it. It might actually be less effort to start it again, but yeah, let's just start it again. Cancel editing that room. Yep. How many patients did it say are coming? 7. So if we're going to try, can aircon units blow up as well? I actually don't know. I haven't had one explode so far, but they do get damaged by the earthquakes. So let's put some benches in here. Can I put a video games machine in the corner there? Not I can really afford it, but you know. There you go. One there. And we'll put one somewhere over there in a minute. And I was going to do a second one of these shock therapy rooms to make sure I can get through all of these patients and anyone else that's in the hospital that needs the same treatment. There we go. Let's put the doors directly opposite each other. And the same again, so the staff side is that side there. And that's where the patient enters. And we'll do the same again, put a big bin and a fire extinguisher by the door so the janitors can put the fire out when this inevitably goes boom. Coffee machine there. If it can blow up, it will blow up, including the cactus. Or cacti, it's plan of attack. Captain Hendricks said it probably will in his hospital, let's face it. Yeah, that's not entirely unfair. I would say that's probably fairly accurate, actually, Captain. I'm just testing the limits of safety in a hospital environment. Let's put the windows in there. That will do. So my thinking is that by taking on all of these emergencies as they happen, and only building the clinics when we either have a shed load of people clearly coming in for it, or when there's an emergency, I should be able to upgrade my hospital and pretty much pay for the upgrades as we go. So, what other items will we need over here? The other thing that could go horribly wrong is them needing to go to the loo, and the nearest facilities are all the way over there. So I'll probably move these around a little bit, but let's build a decent size of toilets over here as well, if we can afford it. Rooms, toilets. They might not be gold plated to start with. Disappointing, I know, stream. There. Put the. I really like the fact that you can go in and just pick stuff up outside of the room as well. While you're still editing the room. So the toilet needs a minimum of a toilet cubicle. I'm actually going to put 3 of the cheaper ones in. And we'll put some sinks in. 2 sinks. Invalid item for room. No. Okay, what else? Hand sanitizer seems like just continue to try and improve the hygiene. There we go, and we'll put a small air conditioning unit right in the middle, along with a big bin. And that's a functioning toilet. Stick the cacti over there. I don't know if that drinks machine is accessible with that cacti there, so we'll move that. I'm going to put the drinks machines against the wall here. And then I think we are pretty cactuses. I'm sure you will work out the pronunciation. I think it's meant to be cacti. Right. I'll keep some of these cacti in useful positions. And the last thing I'm going to do is stick a couple of big bins so people will hopefully throw up in those if they're going to throw up before they reach the toilets. And I think that's probably everything. Although I will move that air conditioning unit from there to there. Is that still effective? Because I'll put a smaller one by the door if I can afford it. The reason being that I don't want to block the walkway between these 2 rooms. Because I may yet just send patients between the 2 when we get the emergency in. Okay, so we've spent all of our money. We are going to be stony broke very soon because we were losing money anyway. But these patients... Oh, head office. Send patient home, staff promotion, promote. Okay, so although we only get $10,000 for completing the challenge, we do get a bit more. We do get to the money for treating each of the patients. So, and let's see before we get them in, is there any doctor that's reasonable at treatment I can just hire to get this done? You'll do. That's it. We're going to be stony broke stream. I'm hoping the patients arrive by helicopter. Just go. Right. If we're already pretty sure about you, let's treat you. You can go home. I don't think we're going to be able to diagnose you fast enough. You can go for treatment. You can go for treatment. We're pretty sure what you've got. You can go for treatment. You can go for treatment. We're 76% sure. This treatment's not necessarily going to be as effective. Nope, off you go. Okay, so that's that queue managed down a little bit. This one, they can go to the top because we don't have a clue what's wrong with them. This queue, that person can just go to the treatment room, as can that one. And on this one, they're definitely going straight for treatment. Oh, they're already walking in. Ah, darn. Okay, well, if I don't, I thought I had a head office in here. I don't, so that person can go home. That person can go home because I don't have the treatment facilities for them. Oh, I do actually. Oh, I just derped. Never mind. I'm just going to send, to try and manage the queues down a bit, just send everyone for, you can go for treatment, you can go for treatment. Oh, there's another death. I mean, oh no, I am shocked and amazed. Someone has died in, oh, they're all dying now. Right, you can go home. Let's get you guys further up the list, and I'm going to send you. No, why can't I send that person straight for treatment? That's a bit weird. You go straight for treatment. You need to be seen more quickly. So until your GPs are starting to level up a little bit more, and you can give them a higher level of general practitioner. You do need to keep, and even then, to be honest, you need to keep going back and checking that the queues aren't completely ridiculous. I need to deal with that ghost in a minute. I'm going to send him straight in. That's a bit weird. Because I've got, I just don't get, I don't have the option to send him straight for treatment. How about that person? Sure. Oh no, they're dying. Health depleted. Never mind. Those staff that have the ghost catching capability, let's find some of those. I thought we were just about to go into the red in a big way. Do you have to fund ambulance or anything to round up the customers, I mean patients, or do they just turn up? No, the victims just turn up on their own. Sorry, patients. Patients just turn up on their own. So you can, if you have a headache, you can come here for treatment if you like. We'll do it for free. Unless it's something we can't treat, in which case we'll get you to come all the way into the hospital and then just send you home when you're close to death. Maybe you shouldn't come here. Okay, so that's that emergency, and we got 5 out of 7 cured. That's not bad going. Oh dear! I think that was a polite declining my offer politely there. I was bored, low health, nauseous, too cold. How are you too cold? You sitting on an air conditioning unit? I feel much better already. It's a miracle. Aww. Sweet Money. Oh, are you raided by Sweet Money? Thank you very much for the raid, sir. Really appreciate it. Welcome everyone to my 2 Point Hospital, which if Sweet Money is playing 2 Point Hospital as well, you probably want to stick to watching their tactics rather than mine. I'm spending most of my time killing people at the moment. Not intentionally. Hey, how's it going? So, oh, my toilets are blocked as well. The toilets need maintenance, so they get blocked. I'm currently ruthlessly cutting through the queues. Actually, I've got enough cash at the moment to... was a good tactic referring to you, Sweet Money. I'm going to actually get another clinic here. So I'm trying to put clinics in one area of the hospital and the areas furthest away from where the patients are likely to turn up, because that's their final destination. Unfortunately for quite a few of my people, It is truly a final destination, much like the movies. Let's find that head office, because I don't have one yet. And let's get rid of that overview. We could probably live without that at the moment. Where are we going to stick this head office? How big does it need to be? 4x4. I think we're going to stick it here and just have a large corridor on both sides. We're going to make it a pleasant hospital eventually. If it's going to be your final resting place, it may as well be nice, eh? So, stick loads of windows on. Good luck, sir. I gotta run. Have a great rest of your stream. Thank you very much, Sweet Money. I really appreciate it. You have a great day. So, I'm going to... Because this is a warm area, I'm going to do the same as I did my others. Coffee machine, sweet dispenser for everyone. A couple of small air conditioning units in each of the rooms. And the coffee machine sweet dispenser is to keep people from being hungry and thirsty. And then I'm not going to upgrade the rooms too much. I'm trying to keep them below level 3 because then I might get some challenges to improve them. Fire extinguisher because if you've not seen my hospitals before, you're going to need them. And I think we'll start with that and put a couple of benches outside and leave it at that. Call it a day. In fact, if we've got this nice wide corridor, we might put some more money in there as well. Planet Attack, I think all those cats things are very pleasant in the hospital, or exciting, or challenging. Yeah, I mean, if you want to run around if you want to let your kids run around in this hospital, that I feel is on you, not on me. So the reason my hospital is littered with cacti is because I needed to improve the attractiveness of the hospital for a staff challenge. Not allowed to faint or trip. Plan of attacks this year. Yeah, it's all right. Well, there are some downsides to our cacti assortment. I'll give you that. But there's some positives. It makes it look more attractive, ish. Everyone's a critic. I don't know. And you're still sure you don't want to come here for treatment? No. Let's put a couple of machines in. So the reason I'm putting these items in the corridor, these air conditioning units were just dumped all over the place to improve the thermal comfort. And I'm putting games machines and stuff nearby so my patients don't do what they do normally, which is they say they're dying and then suddenly decide that they need the toilet, so run all the way over the other side, or need a bar of chocolate, and decide to go exploring over the other side of the world. So let's get back in, and I'm constantly managing patient queues at the moment. Oh, I need to deal with that ghost. Oh, staff resignation warning. Head assistant is very unhappy. Well, I'm not surprised. Threatening to quit. You know what? Go on a break. That was simple. Let's hire another assistant. That will do for now. Hey, I just put you on a break. Oh no. Apparently I have lots of assistants. I'll improve my reception area in a minute because we've got a bit of a queue there as well. Okay, so just going through quickly, anyone that is looking a bit peaky, we're going to try and just send for treatment because if they're going to die anyway, why not? And we're going to try and manage our queues on our doors as well. So let's do this as quick as we can. The queues on the doors are pretty dumb, so you want to get people seen. You want to change the order people are being seen in. Well, that person's still not letting me send them onwards for treatment. That person, we're sure enough. We looked at them a bit, and it looked a bit like... I mean, the last person that came in, we removed the limb, so let's do the same. Let's get this door done as well. And you can go straight for treatment. We're pretty certain about your diagnosis. Same there. Move you up the list of people to see, and you, because otherwise you're both gonna die before you get anywhere. This one, that's close enough for me. If you want a precise treatment for your disease, probably not the hospital to come to at the moment. Well, that person's not letting me do anything. I think that because they're on the facilities at the moment. They're well enough to continue to be diagnosed, I think. And that person's just unhappy, so let's move them up. And dump some more in there. So how's everyone doing today? Probably better than my patients, I would certainly hope, anyway. Doobie-doo. Let's see what else we can do. I think that's everything. That's as efficient as we can make this. The queue's not too bad there. I'm trying to keep a queue here, an eye on the queue for the DNA lab as well, because it tends to get massive quickly. Let's get the people that are actually dying and going to be treated there. Oh, in fact, let's just send him on. Not sure about that. Okay, so the rest of them, he needs to be seen first. He's almost dead. Okay, let's continue onwards. So I think I probably need another DNA lab. Unfortunately, at the moment, I only have one doctor that can use that, so I have to work on that as well. Let's train some more. Start a training course, why not? In fact, the more pressing thing, and it's probably not a good reflection on my hospital, is that anyone that is a janitor that can't hunt ghosts needs to be able to hunt ghosts. I'm just saying that it's a... there we go, that head janitor can as well, and why not just pull all of the janitorial staff off whatever else they were doing, like servicing machines or cleaning up sick, and let's get them all in for training. In my very large training room there, as you can see, stream, I've spared every expense on training. As soon as that training course is over, I'm going to move that training room over here, and I also need to stick a staff room over here as well. And sure, why not have a... Oh look, my assistant decided to stay after I gave him a break. I do need to put another staff room over here because the nearest staff room currently is over on the other side of the hospital. I think... So I'm going to put a new staff room over here somewhere. Actually, I might be able to put quite a small staff room just in this corner over here. So let's go for that first. GP's office, cardiology, staff room. There we go, stream. So, maybe I can make it a little bit longer as well. Come on, just like that. Can I keep the corridor looking nice and wide? Sure, why not? That's a shape. And we need to put in windows, and I don't want to prestige this to level more than level 3. Let's remove one of these windows actually, because apparently to get into a room, doors are useful. Who'd have thunked it? So we have to put a sofa in there. That sofa can go there. Let's give them a television. And let's put a arcade machine in the corner. And what else? Coffee maker. And a sweet dispenser. Plan of attack. Why don't you want to make a room a higher level? I want to make because if you leave them at level 3, I've found the staff start giving you challenges to improve the room further to level 4, and it becomes a really easy staff challenge to get some extra kudos or some extra happiness for your hospital. So it's my attempt at being clever. So we'll put a luxury snack machine in there. And let's put an energy drink machine in there as well. No, hang on. Oh, we've missed award season. Never mind. I'm sure we did horribly. So let's put an energy drinks machine in here because I Don't care if I can cure Jogger's Ripple or not. And a punching bag, because it's always better the staff punch that than the patients. We'll also stick a large bin in here and some hand sanitizer because I stick that everywhere. And let's stick another arcade machine in this corner. You can hear a lot of people dying in this hospital. There we go. So we've got a staff room over this side so they don't have to run over the other side of the hospital. We've got some toilets in here and we've got some vending machines. Just ignore all the skulls, it's fine. Oh, so you might be able to tell why I want some ghost hunting janitors at this point. Actually, on that subject, let's take our training room, edit it and shove it over on this side of the hospital and go there. Sure. I will improve the training room in a little bit. Let's just start another staff training course now. If I hire another janitor. So waiting to upgrade into your reward for doing so. Yeah, absolutely. I wouldn't just upgrade it for staff happiness or morale. Come on. That seems just an unreasonable burden. Ghost capture. Yeah, let's pull in one of the other janitors. What are they doing anyway? And start that training. So we've just got another ghost capturing a janitor in the works. Alright, that person's looking a bit peaky. Let's send them to the ward for treatment. Is he going to capture the ghost? Oh no, he's going off for training. May have misjudged that a little bit, stream. It seems fine. He'll be fine. Maintenance. I'm going to keep hiring loads of janitors. Right, I'm definitely going to have to do something about the GP's offices here. I think my plan's going to be to have a whole diagnosis area just down the middle. So take this building and continue there. And also, I think there's a plot over here as well that's quite small that I think would fit quite a few GP's offices in and allow me just to expand the hospital a little bit more. And there's a cubism emergency. We'll take that. However, before they turn up and want treatment, let's... Oh, you know your maintenance in your hospital's not great when all of your cacti are dead from underwatering. They don't need that much water. It's fine. Yeah. Might need to do a little bit more work on the whole maintenance thing. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this toilet block before that emergency rocks up. Make sure I say yes to that and promote that member of staff. Let's edit the room. Oh, just dump out all of the people that were in the middle of their ablutions, and we'll get rid of. Oh, sorry, tick that. And my favourite quality of life update is going to come into play here as well, which is that you can just copy and paste rooms, which is freaking awesome. In fact, I might have to move this. So the 4x4 room it needs. Okay, we're going to try doing that slightly differently. I think that might cancel the training course, unfortunately, but... And I have to remove the windows because there's already windows in the building next door. So, come on, let me select the window. There we go. So the training room's going there. Had a change of plan. Stick those two in it, like so. Hey, Brian Makes, how are you? Your warband could benefit from some facilities like these. I think they'll be truly unstoppable with healthcare and coffee. For those of you who don't know, I've played quite a few games, and one of the games I've played quite a bit of is Mordheim. My warband is certainly in need of medical attention on a regular basis, I think would be the nicest way of putting it. Sia Kane says, I just wrote hire other victims instead of talk about other victims. Your stream is going to ruin my paper. I'm sorry. Sigen's working on actual work at the moment, and unstoppable might be a bit strong. For my warband, yeah, absolutely. But they'll have more regular. They'll be able to survive a little bit longer. Come on. Right. So what I'm going to do here is improve the corridor as well. Just while I've paused for a sec, because I don't want all of these people with cubism to do what they normally do and derp around the hospital. So I think that all looks okay. We're going to move the air conditioner up against that wall for now. Let's get rid of these cacti. Oh, I do feel for them a bit. You know when you're doing badly when deserts are better at keeping plants watered than your hospital janitors are. Okay, and the other items I'm going to put in here are some more snack machines and drinks machines. Again, to try and prevent people from just bimbling off when they should be getting treatment. In fact, that can go there. And let's get those arcade machines in over here. So hopefully everyone's going to just stand and play Sonic the Hedgehog, as you can see on the screens there, and actually stay near where they need treatment. I think that's not bad. I will sort everything out and make it look a bit prettier in a little bit, but that should get me started there. There are more ghosts in my hospital. They came in as ghosts. If anyone asks, they came in as ghosts, much like many of my warband. Right. Let's have a look through this queue. That's not too bad a queue, but I am going to send that person straight for treatment. Seems close enough. Same with that person. Oh, sending me all over the hospital there. They're nowhere close. That person is looking a bit peaky, so we'll get them seeing the doctor a wee bit sooner. And let's also check the next one over. He seems close enough to death that we'll just try and treat him. He's going to die anyway. We may as well just have a guess at it. You can go straight for treatment. And these guys need to go a little bit. Meryl and Karen need to be seen a bit sooner. Let's send them straight for treatment. I'm definitely going to need more GP's officers. Send for treatment. The problem is you have to expand the GP's officers at the same time you're expanding the rest of your... oh, yeah, he's definitely going straight for treatment. The rest of your diagnosis facilities, because otherwise all you're doing is moving a massive backlog from one area to the next. So let's keep looking at this door. Was the last one I was on. Yep, straight for treatment. You can go straight for treatment, because they're also walking from one end of the hospital to the other, which is less than great. And when you're early game, you're managing on each hospital your queues like this. It's also important to remember to do the same for your treatment rooms, because otherwise you send them all over for treatment and then they queue in the wrong order there as well. Because I think they just queue in a first come first served, and like I said a little bit earlier stream, it looks like that this DNA lab is going to need another one. Oh, alright, that person low health, and instead of going to the ward is going to the toilet. Okay, I definitely need another DNA lab, and I think I need to move my DNA labs out of there, so let's try and get another plot for this hospital. That's an interesting shape. I think that should work quite well for lots of diagnostic rooms. Oh well. Cape Bunting is ready for a promotion. We'll say yes to that and that. And our training course is still running. So we have more patient cleanup. So it seems to be working okay over here. We've got people queuing nearby. Let's hire another doctor over this side as well, with some treatment skills, just so we can try and shorten the waiting times. Reduce even. I know English, honest. Alright. Not my favourite machine, this one, but I do quite like quite like watching the occasional patient go in here. So those VIPs seem okay, and our queue has been split, so those VIPs are okay. Promote that, okay. So you just oh, that was a month over. Come on, next in. I take it I can't kick him out of the hospital before he expires. No, that's very rude of him. He's littering the floor with his body. Doesn't even pay me for it. How rude. Oh, that's the janitor. Never seen him move so fast as when he needs to use the facilities. Let's watch the recovery unit. See, Akan, we could treat you like this. This sort of headache out. Just gently lift you by the head. Give you a little bit of a shake. We don't lose too many parts. There you go. And then we've got a new outline for you, and just put it back in roughly the same order as it should have been. It'll be fine. See, that patient actually got cured by that, to everyone's surprise. Okay, so our new hospital area is ready over here. So we're going to need to... Oh gee, we are so behind on that. We're definitely going to need this to be our new diagnostics area. So what are we short on? We've got lots of people that need DNA treatment. I'm going to try and keep that in this main building. We've got is the ward full? No, the ward's not full. Is it got a queue? No, that's okay. So we're going to need more GP's offices, more DNA units, and more cardio, and probably another general diagnosis. So basically a new hospital then. And how wide is this area? I'm just picking one up to measure. So it's 6 wide. So I'm going to probably want a decent sized corridor. And how wide is it that way? 16. So I can get 4 GP's offices across the back there. Although I'd block the corridor here, so maybe just less than 4 GP's offices. And I'm going to need them. So let's just copy that one, make some adjustments and move on. Oh, actually that's not great, but it's not blocking the corridor too badly as long as I don't put a bench directly outside. So let's see. I'll customize this one a little bit. That'll do. And then let's copy that and stick one next door. I'm going to have to remove the one window. There we go. I love this copy paste. It is freaking awesome. Okay, so that's got us 3 GP's offices to add to our existing 4 down there. In fact, let's copy that and put another one in here. So that's doubled our GP's offices, and let's also copy that. Add a cardio in, and I'll edit that down as well in a second. So I've spammed in all of my treatment facilities and all my doctor's offices. I've spammed in these medicine cabinets, which are one of the best buys that you can pick up, mainly because they improve the diagnosis and treatment chance by 1% each. So that's a 5% increase there, which is not bad at all. The other rooms that we need, we're going to need a staff room over this way. I didn't even notice we had an epidemic, but I'd rather fail at this point because I don't care about the reputation of my facility. Right, these are starting to fill up. Let's hire some more victims, doctors. Just for now, I don't actually mind about their specialty. I'm hiring ones that have got surgery specialties, but I will start a training course soon to try and train a few more. Let's get some more facilities over this side. So some more toilets. Not great, but that will do. And we won't put golden toilets in here for now. We'll just they can just slum it for now. Let's put a sink in on either side and a hand dryer, hand sanitizer. We need a small aircon unit and a large bin. There we go. I need to sort the corridors out over here as well, because this is going to be seriously unpleasant at the moment. It's going to be too warm and completely unattractive. Well, particularly if people keep doing that. Come on, guys. I just put new toilets in. You could have run for it. Okay, so that's not looking too terrible. We just need to start sorting out the corridor a bit. So first things first, let's put some benches in. So I'm going to leave the bench. You put all the benches right next to the doors. So hopefully they'll actually take the hint and stay nearby. And I'm also going to put drinks machines, snack machines, more janitors, staff room probably in this corner, and of course air conditioning. So, being as I don't care about the epidemics all that much at the moment, I'm going to put energy drink machines in, which mean that your patients run around a bit faster. We're losing money. That's never good. It'll be fine. We did cure 5 out of 7 patients with cubism. A couple of extra deaths. Not now. Sure. Okay. So the last items we need to place in here, some aircon units. So let's see if we can do it with small aircon units, just to not take up as much space in the corridor. There you go. That's it's working. I mean, look, it's working. I knew totally that was going to work. Oh, sorry about the terrible camera angle there. There you go. So that improves the thermal comfort a little bit. It's actually cold in that area. Not sure what I'm going to do there. I may actually stick more toilets on this side as well. Let's get a... So that's our backlog done at our GP's offices. However, we now have a... Oh, let's get that overlay off. Okay, so we now have some other problems. Mainly that DNA lab is my biggest issue at the moment, and it brings in quite a lot of cash. So this training room keeps getting booted around the hospital for wherever there's a tiny spot. I probably need to actually train some staff in it as well, which is a novel idea. So where the cacti seem to be being watered though. Some things are going right, stream. Not for the patients, but you know, some of the plants. Yep, we'll sell the 2 invalid items. Right, so we've got a space here that we can use again shortly for another treatment room. And where's our psychiatrist? I think we're going to actually... Oh, that might just fit. It will, I think. Right, come on, hurry up, get your treatment over and done with. Come on. There you go, close enough. I'll be editing this. So the same as I've done for... We're actually going to get to expand a little bit there as well. So the same that I've done for my GP's offices and all my treatment rooms where I've been spamming medicine cabinets in. I've kind of done something slightly different, but kind of along the same theme here as well, which is spamming these bookcases in. Each of the... I've got diagnostic bookcases in here and treatment bookcases in here. And the diagnostics improve the diagnosis power by 2% and the treatment do it by 2% as well. So there's a 6% increased treatment chance and an 8% increased diagnostics chance in there. So what invalid item was that? I think it just derped there. Okay, however, we now need to see if we can... Yeah, I'm not even sure we're going to be able to fit another DNA lab in over here, stream. Let's do what we can. And Put my teeth back in. I think in actual fact we're going to need a lot more than just one more DNA lab. So not entirely sure what to do about that. Well, what we can do, let's first copy the existing one, because it at least has all the right items in it, and stick one over at the other side of the hospital. Just there will do. We'll move our drinks machine over a little bit. And a little bit more. Oh dear. Right. Let's try this again. We'll also add in, we'll make the room a little bit more square. But I think that room's probably absolutely fine as it is. I don't want any cacti ghosts. Well, I think that there might be a few cacti ghosts somewhere. And I need to train some more staff. I might actually need to build a bigger staff training area. Let's have a look through. So what I actually want to do is train general practice. And I'm... So... any... maybe I don't want to train staff until I've got a bit more money. Might be losing quite a lot of money. However, this... I have spotted another minor problem. I do know what I need to train. I only have one doctor that is trained to use the DNA. So, let's get another doctor as soon as the money's in. There you go. We'll hire them, stick them in there, take out a loan. Yep, we'll take that loan. Why not? And we're going to then train this doctor in how to use the genetics lab with an outside trainer, because our genetics lab is already massively problematic at the moment. And let's find... Hang on. Right. Hang on, stream. Let's do this. Right. Now I'm going to tell him to train in genetics with an outside trainer, because I don't want to use the only person that can do it. And let's find someone that's got treatment skills. That one will do. Upfront fee unaffordable. Never mind. We'll just start training with what we've got. So we just need the one. So that's hopefully going to take a bit of the pressure off over here and bring in a bit more cash. Now we're going to go back in, and anyone that looks like... Oh, we already know what's wrong with him. Stop sending him to other GPs. Okay. Let's go through and have a look. This hospital is not doing well. Okay. Honestly, he can just go home. They can go for treatment. If they're going to die anyway, we may as well try and save them. And die on the operating table. This is reception. We're going to have to add another reception desk in as well. You're already too ill to be going back and forward to the doctor. We're pretty certain what you've got, so you can get out of that queue. Let's have a look over this side. He's really sure about what he's got. Let's get those guys over to the right treatment. This also helps just by going through these quickly on the doors. I can't even take a punt on them. Going through quickly on the doors like this does actually help bring in cash as well, because you're treating people, and treatment, it's always more profitable for you than diagnosis. So let's get it going again. I don't know why I can't send that person. They must be using facilities somewhere. Okay, all of these are looking good. So spamming in GP's offices has really helped. And I may see if I can stick in another DNA lab over here once I have someone else trained. This DNA lab over here already has a massive queue. And let's get the people that are sickest being looked at. Oh, honestly, you just need to try for treatment. I'm doing the same and just going through the treatment rooms as well. If they're being... Can I send him for treatment? No. Oh, head Janice is very unhappy as well. Okay. 8 bitten patients. Sure, let's take that on. We only have one of the 8-bit labs at the moment, but we definitely need the cash. So we'll just tell them to come on over. Now we've got our queues down a little bit. I might start to get some of these GPs offices, or some of these GPs offices over here, closed out. We'll see. I do also need to build a staff room somewhere. Oh, and need to hire more janitors again. Or at least direct them to unclog the toilets over here. Okay, well we're definitely seeing our patients a lot faster. So that should have a bit of a impact elsewhere, and it has. So as we're seeing our patients faster and sending them for treatment faster, our queues are going to start building up at our treatment rooms as well. So this ward's now got a massive queue. So I think what I'm going to try and do is move the DNA labs out. Can we afford another building? Ooh. I think I might try and take this building here to stick DNA labs in. I think I can get 2 in there, because the problem is with them, they're always popular because they are a treatment as well as a cure. And I'm going to keep my eye out for anyone that has the capability. Oh, we got another good surgeon in there as well. Well, let's hire an extra surgeon, why not? And stick them in here. And we need to hire a... Oh, no money. Never mind. Didn't want that anyway. Not now. So we are actually making a profit. So we're not in dire straits at the moment, stream. Thank you everyone for hanging out in here and playing this through with me. I really appreciate it. If any of you have any suggestions on how I can improve the hospital, please just say. Right. So, once I've got a bit more cash in the bank, I'm going to move the DNA units, at least this DNA unit over here. And I think I'm just going to ignore this epidemic. I think I'm going to enlarge the ward where it is. I may actually get rid of this corridor completely and make the ward all the way down there, and maybe have the entrance just here. Oh, in fact, I might leave the entrance over this side, because now we've got more doctors, like GP's offices over this side as well. Right, anyone looking a bit peaky? That's pretty much describing everyone. Morass, hello Morass, welcome. Suggestion to improve, close the hospital, reduce local fatalities by 99%. That is a fair point. Our mortality rate is reasonably high at the moment. Oh, sure, that's not what I meant to do. You just need to go and try treatment. I'm not ignoring this, by the way, stream. Anyone that's only just joined us, this area here, there seems to be a minor glitch where the janitors can't see this or clean it up. So what I've done to manage it is just, instead of restarting the hospital, I have just stuck some awards up on the wall to distract people from it. I've just seen 2 people die. I've been here 40 seconds. I suggested that earlier. Apparently it's not in the spirit of the game. Thanks, guys. Right, I've just treated someone there, so I'm going to edit this room and stick it over the other side. Stick it there. So I'm leaving a bit of a gap because I'm going to try and stick two of these in. I don't want to get in the way of the doors, and I'm going to probably put a tiny block of toilets or another staff room just here. So let's put some extra space in as we have it. In fact, let's edit that down a little bit more. Now we've got a little bit more space in this room. Let's move some of the items around a bit. So, if I put the coffee machine and the sweet dispenser and the hand sanitizer on the side that the doctor's going to be in, and I need put the bin there, and then put the helixer right in the middle, and that will do. And we've got a bit more cash now. So have we got someone else that has that skill? Oh, helps you look in the doctors. No, we don't, but we can hire a brand new person that has a treatment slot. Sorry, a training slot even. Right. And we'll be training that doctor in genetics with an outside trainer, so we're not further causing more issues for all of the patients looking for treatment in the DNA rooms. And we'll expand on that in just a second. Let's put some items in the corridor to make it a little bit more pleasant over this side. There's a lot of people likely to die here, so you know. And it's just in time for the awards season. Let's I'm guessing, unless there's been massive underreporting, I am not winning the No Deaths award. Do the janitors see the stains if you move the benches? I don't think so, but I can give it a try. 2 Point County Healthcare Award Ceremony begins, and the rising star goes to Dave Amethyst, who is one of our staff. So that's fantastic. The Employer of the Year goes to Grockle Bay. That's 2 awards stream. That's better than before. I'm guessing I'm not winning this one. The No Deaths Award goes to the Orb Foundation. I think PUBG was higher up the listing for fewer deaths than this hospital. Bungle Meditech is not the best teaching. It's the best teaching hospital. That's not me. Grockle Bay has won the Patient's Choice Award. Morass said, wait, who did you bribe for that No Death Award? Look, I initially, there weren't people dying everywhere. There were fewer people coming to the hospital. So we didn't win the most prestigious hospital. The best research hospital won't be us because we're not carrying out any research. We've already researched everything. So we can't afford doctors just to be researching, but we did win Hospital of the Year, so that's 4 out of 8. That's alright. We do need to go into our staff, actually, while I remember, and change the settings for all of the doctors that have genetics to tell them to not do anything else but genetics. Right, if you have genetics, you should not be going to GP's offices, you should not be doing anything else but that. So we've only got 2 at the moment. Both have been told to do nothing but genetics. I will copy and paste that room again, which I know is going to cause a few problems. Oh no. I failed the epidemic that I wasn't trying to cure. No surprises there, stream. That will do. Sure. Just checking that invalid item was not a fire extinguisher. Doesn't appear to have been. And we've already got a 3rd person training now, so we've got 3 people very soon that can deal with the genetics. And I probably need to build a much nicer training room, and I really need to unblock some of these toilets. Let's get some more janitors on the go as well. There you go. Let's call them over here. So I'm going to build another small toilet block just here. Let's I love the way that on 2-Point Hospital you can just add in extra squares to make odd-shaped rooms, so you can really make the best of the hospital you have. And much as I'm... Actually, we've got the money now. Why not? We're going to build some golden toilets. That's what you want in a hospital. Don't want to be treated. Golden toilets, though. Yeah, all my relatives went to that hospital and they all died, but the toilets were lovely. Maybe we don't have the priorities right for this hospital. Maybe. So we'll put a couple of sinks, a couple of hand dryers, a large bin in here. Just there. And we need to put a small air conditioning unit in here and maybe some hand sanitizer. So again, not necessarily trying to prestige these rooms out at the moment. Just trying to get the basics in so we may be able to get some more staff challenges. Staff training required. Let's train him actually, because he's starting to look a decent enough surgeon. And we'll just hire in outside help. And why not take in most of our surgery team for a bit of training while we're at it. There's probably a very good reason why not actually. Patient deaths. We need to go back into our staff again and find that other member of staff that's just qualified with the genetics. There we go. And take them off all duties except that. And pick them up. And stick them over here. There we go. Let's get some more items in the corridors. So we're going to put some more benches in here. And make this whole area a little bit more pleasant. I think I'm going to put another... there is a staff room pretty close actually. I may just leave the staff room as it is. But I will put some more drinks machines. How's our queue doing? Right, reception. We definitely need better reception. Okay. I'll come back to this area. What I will do though is improve the comfort levels a little bit over here, because it is maybe a little bit on the warm side. And let's just put that in there for now and leave it at that. In fact, while we're just spurting money on things that we really don't need, instead of providing additional patient care, we've invested in our hospital heavily in large fountains. See, it looks very attractive. Covers up the pools of stuff. Oh, can't afford it. Okay. We can only afford the one large... only afford the one giant fountain. So we need to get on with improving our ward here as well. Although the queues have been managed down, I do need to start managing that a little bit better. And let's ask some extra staff to get involved here as well, although all the beds are full at the moment. So reception desks are going to be important. Let's just stick another reception desk in. I think I have a spare member of staff, a spare assistant that can manage it. I'll come back to that in a second. There we go. Another person's already on their way over to man that. Let's stick another one in and hire another assistant. Oh, we've got a rock star assistant there that we can put into marketing later as well. There we go. Okay, so that will help flow our patients through the hospital a little bit better. We've got another person that's died over here. I mean, oh no! That's a complete surprise to me. People are dying in this hospital. That's not the normal state of things at all, honest. So we need to put some more... Let's put some more arcade machines over here. Keep our people entertained. Let's just put loads of them in here. Why not? Haven't... Just try and find things to entertain people. We could put a gift shop in here as well. Why not? We've got a bit of space. A wee gift shop seems like just the thing. We need to hire an extra person for it. That'll do. Oh, don't know what happened there. Oh, there's already someone going to it. Never mind. Apparently we have a multitude of assistants. Right, we do need to put some more items in the corridor here. See, it's an adventure hospital. All of these ghosts are here. It's providing an adventure environment. Yeah, that's it. We'll stick with that. We'll put some extra bins over here as well to stop people leaving trash all over the place. Although the ghosts keep leaving their ectoplasm everywhere. A couple of extra benches. We're not going to make this hugely dense. Can we hire any more? There's a janitor with ghost hunting. There you go. No. Where's the ghost gone? Come on, come back. There. Stop leaving ectoplasm all over the place. Oh, they look peaky. Oh, no. Let's move them to the top of the queue. Oh. Okay. I think we're moving in the right direction slowly. I think we do need to keep hiring more and more janitors though at this point. Oh wow, he's a rock star. That'll do. Let's upgrade that easy scan. Let's hire in some more doctors. He's good at treatment. He can come in and sit there. I need a constant stream of ghost hunting janitors at the moment. The ghost hunting's not actually all that important for most of my janitors, but there's definitely more janitors needed over here. I don't think there's a way of limiting the janitors to a particular area though. Please correct me if I'm wrong, stream. Let's have a look. And these are just upgrades. Why not? Yeah, I don't think, because in Theme Hospital you used to be able to say, I want a janitor to only stay in this building. Right, so our DNA labs are doing a little bit better now, but all of our... promote member of staff, okay. 4 out of 7 patients, that's not good. Not terrible though, still brought in some money. And this janitor, we're going to give them a maintenance training qualification. And we've got another trainee that could benefit from that as well. And trainer, let's get that new janitor in here doing the training. So we now need to go back and have a look at our GP's offices. So that looks pretty sensible actually, surprisingly. That person looks pretty dead, unsurprisingly. It's very rude of all my patients that are coming back as ghosts, chasing the remaining patients around the hospital. Oh, we probably need some janitors over here. These are getting used hard. I'm assuming over the other side is going to be the same as well. Oh no, that's being repaired. And we're missing nursing staff. I think we need to probably do another hiring. And let's... right, I think it's time to go back and have a look at our ward. So, is there an obvious place we could stick a massive ward in? Or do we think we just do it here? And we're still missing the staff room over this side. Well spotted. Okay. Still not unblock those toilets. You just need to go and get seen. Right, we definitely need a staff room over here. So, let's build that. In fact, do we have a ready-made staff room we could just steal? I think we had a not bad one over... Oh, they're all different shapes. No, there's not a good one that we can just steal, so we'll just build a new one. Staff room there, because I think otherwise a lot of our staff are going way too far away to have their breaks. Let's put the door just there and stick some windows across the front. So you have to have a sofa in. We'll stick some luxury snack machines so we can recoup some of the money from our doctors that we're paying them. Oh, hang on, that's looking like a minor issue. Oh, he's come in and gone on his break. All right, that's not what I meant to do. Hang on, let's come out of there, do that, keep editing this. Right. Punching bag, so we don't hit our patients, we hit the punching bag. We'll put a bin in here so they don't litter the hospital with all of their wrappers. A fire extinguisher just for aesthetics and giggles, really. A hand sanitizer, let's put that right by the door. A couple of small air conditioning units. And put one right by the wall there, I think. And let's also give them a coffee machine. I'm giving the energy drinks to try and get them moving a little bit faster as well. Hype them up on caffeine. And some arcade machines to make it a little bit more interesting here. And I think I'll put between the arcade machines the other aircon unit, maybe. Yeah, let's put another aircon unit. In fact, put them against the wall. There we go. That should be enough to make it comfortable in there. We've put a sweet dispenser coffee machine. There's one chair in there. Let's stick a TV in there if I can find it. There we go. Television, if it will fit. That will do. And give them an armchair. And you can see this room's already been christened by a dead patient. See, if you sit in the middle, you get stereo surround sound of Sonic the Hedgehog. That's got to be relaxing, right? So we've gone through having loads and loads of queues in that direction to cutting them down a little bit again. Let's go through them. You need to go for treatment. You're never going to even make it back to the GP's office otherwise. These guys need to be seen first. They can just go for treatment. And I think that's probably the right order of people to be seen. I'm going to start... So just sending people off for treatment if I'm pretty sure of their diagnosis helps manage the queues down temporarily, but also helps reduce deaths. Although you wouldn't know it from the number of deaths I can hear happening all over the hospital here. Every time you hear that bang, that is one of my patients expiring. They are no longer a patient, more of a former patient. So... point for GP's office, heading for the queue. Okay. Maras, why did you put use by dates on them? Absolutely. You just check the patient's feet. If they're past their use by date, they've expired. I'm going to have to sort out a proper reception area. I'm going to move these doctors, these GP's offices out of this main building as well. Can I stick that there? That will do. So I think I'm going to go through selling everything in this area and get rid of this reception desk. I'm just going to pick it up and dump it over here somewhere. Not a permanent measure, just I need to get it out of the way because I keep saying I'll expand this ward and then keep forgetting to do it. And it's still got a huge queue and I need more nursing staff to go in it. Preferably the ones that I had some rockstar nurses earlier. So I'm going to keep the door where it is, but I'm going to expand this all the way down to be in line here. I think that's all of the things out of the way that I need to get out of the way. So let's pause this just for a second so we can edit this. So, first things first, let's get rid of that overview. And let's fill in all of the gaps that we can here. Oh, go on, like that. Okay, like so. And we'll put in the windows. Oh, I missed a line. Especially if you're rolling them out of a fridge. Oh dear. Right. So we'll get rid of these windows that are hanging in midair. They're the invalid items at the moment. And we're going to try and improve our overall efficiency and cure rates here. Unusual for one of my hospitals. So, first things... Unfortunately, it keeps grabbing things that I don't want to grab. Stop it. Get away. Right. I need to grab this other window, which is going to be a nightmare to get hold of. There we go. There's one. There's another one. Those things that were hanging up on the wall, get rid of. Cool. We're going to completely rebuild this ward. So, to start with, I'm going to put the beds in, and then we'll work backwards from there. So, the most efficient way I've found of putting beds in is putting the first one up against the wall, and then putting two next to each other, and then leaving a small gap so you can actually get to them, and then two next to each other again. All these people dying all over this ward, and we've not even opened yet. They'll at least wait to die. So we had a queue of 11. We're going to need a lot of beds in here. Let's put another one in there. This area here is a bit of dead space, much like much of the hospital. So we'll put more of these cabinets in here. So these medicine cabinets, remember, increase diagnosis and treatment power by 1%. And we're going to be filling this room with them. Right, let's see, what else? Where else can we fit beds? So those will fit there. So that's improved our bed count a little bit. I may as well just put this one back there. I don't think the space there is going to be too much of a problem. Nope, not going to manage to put one in the middle there. Well, that gets us up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Just for giggles, can I put another 2 in the middle? There you go. High density beds there. The next thing I'm going to do is, because I'm going to add more and more staff into this room, the reason I was moving the beds away from here is to put more screens in, which mean the patients can change faster. So let's put shed loads more staff in here and more patients. Tom at JP says, why can my single player rat team score in the first turn every time, but I can't do much in versus? I'm not entirely sure. So Tomat is asking, Tomat plays on stream with us with Blood Bowl 2. So, has the god of the dice is Nuffle, and Nuffle hates him. I think that's the short answer, actually. Right, I'll come back to that in a second. Let's get another desk in for another nurse's station, just for giggles. Put it right in the... In fact, let's put it the other way around. There we go. What else? The coffee machine, I don't think I can fit it in there. I'll just put it right up against the nurse's desk, along with the sweet dispenser. Face that way. And I'm going to need to finish this room before it will tell me what the thermal comfort level is. But I think I can put more of these medicine cabinets now. Yes, I can. Between every set of beds where I've left a space. Which is going to be all of them. Oh no, can't put them there because they're backing onto the next set. I can put one there and one there. And there. I can't access there, so... Alright, I might turn that bed round. Might you, or I might not. There we go. So, other than being able to check the thermal comfort, which I'll be able to do as soon as I've clicked OK on this room, move this somewhere around about here. In fact, let's increase the gap between the beds on this side, and then we'll put a small air conditioning unit over this side. So, sure, whatever the invalid item is, I think it was hand sanitizer actually. So we've increased the number of medicine cabinets in there by a few, not as many as I was going to. Let's edit this room again, because we should be able to see the thermal comfort level now. Actually, that's fine thermally. So let's just see if we can stick a few more items in here, like some more of these medicine cabinets. I'll get rid of that thermal overlay. There we go. So as long as you can get in one side of them, you can put loads of them in a line like that. Can we put one there? There we go. I'll stick one there if it will fit as well. Cool. And I think we're going to try and stick one more bed in. Let's put it in that way. Oh, in fact, no. I think I took out the wall monitor, and I also got rid of one hand sanitizer, which was the invalid item. So let's get a hand sanitizer back in here as well. Increase the hygiene a little bit. There we go. That seems like a plan. There we go. Promote them, and we're going to go into this and go to the stats. I'm going to add 4 staff to this. I might actually see if I can hire some more nurses. That one looks perfect. And let's go through our checklist and make sure that our nurses are only going to stay in that room if they're really skilled at it. So go through the checklist now. So this person, they're really good in wards. I'm going to take them out of everything else. They don't have the injection. This person seems to be really pretty good in wards and at treatment as well, though. So let's put those 3 only allowed to do ward duty. No, not cardio either. And this person's kind of middling. I'll let the others continue to do everything. What I will do actually is remove some of them from doing general diagnosis cardiology. That one and that one, they have treatment skill. Oh, that one can stay. But if they've got high treatment skills, it's kind of a bit of a waste having them in general diagnosis or cardiology. And for ones that have high diagnostic skills, I'm going to take them out of all of the labs, all of the clinics, sorry, and treatment, because I'd much rather that they were focusing on diagnostics. So I think that will do for now. Please shout if you think that if you see anything I'm doing wrong, other than killing more people than most wars do. So Moras says, Tolmat is because you play against Nuffles Chosen. Nuffles Chosen are a team that Moras plays. Give me a rank 5 gutter runner and I'll win. And Moras says I can kill it. Awesome. Right, let's get on with going through these queues quickly. Thank you very much for everyone that's hanging out at the moment. I really appreciate it. I hope everyone's having a good day. That's not allowing me to send those people onwards. There you go. Let's get... honestly, you can just go home. You're never going to get back in time, and I can't send you for some reason. For treatment, oh, that's okay. You need to go straight for treatment. You need to go straight for treatment. We'll take a chance on yours as well. You're not dead yet, so might. Oh dear. Oh dear. There's let's look out for any smoking machinery like that one. Smoking or sparking. What's gone wrong in here? Oh, the aircon's failed. So anywhere we see this, let's just call a janitor over. Okay. We still seem to be short of people with the skills there. I'm going to hire an extra doctor and put them through training. Oh, minor fire there. Let's deal with the training course first, though. Course available, and we're going to give them genetics, and trains available. We're going to hire someone new. So, might call a janitor for that. There's a janitor standing there. Ah, hang on. No, there's a... Why isn't she dealing with it? There's a fire extinguisher in there as well. Oh, another janitor's come in. Come on. Yep, that's a fire. Any chance anyone's going to do anything about it? Found the fire extinguisher. Ah, the fire extinguisher consumed. That would make sense. There's a surgery emergency. Not sure I cure as many people I need to in a surgery emergency. How many people are queuing for 8-bit? The resolution lab, none. I think what I might do is... Well, let's purchase that. I'm going to say yes to the emergency because I say yes to every emergency because it helps bring in patients that we can send straight for treatment. But I think I need to build a much larger surgery specialist area there. Okay. We now have a bit of a backlog in general diagnosis again. So we're definitely going to need to do something with that. I think that new improved larger ward may need further improvement as well. But every time you start to remove a backlog, you'll start to see other backlogs coming in as well. So I think that we need a nurse for the surgery. She'll do for now. In fact, he'll do for now, even. Wasn't paying that much attention, to be honest. Let's see. Well, this looks like it could be a good surgical unit. So if I leave a gap there, I can do a huge staff room next to surgery. There you go. Let's just do a large staff room. There you go. We'll put a door in there and a couple of windows and our sofa, and just kit this out as quickly as possible, just an extra staff room. It's more that I can start keeping a few more of my surgical staff over in this direction. No, let's actually... I'm thinking about hiring another nurse just to stick straight in there. Punching bag, snack machine, energy drink machine, snack machine, bin. Oh, can't afford any of this. Oh no. Yep, let's cancel editing that room for now. Is there a nurse I can find somewhere? Probably not, that's doing nothing. Ask her to return to work. And give her some work to do. Is that doctor really going on a break? literally just arrived. Fantastic. Okay. Is he going on a break? Honestly, you're returning to work, mate. Would probably help if I didn't derp and click too much. There we go. There we go. I'll let him do his thing in a little while. He can go on a break then. Items. I'm gonna stick some air conditioning units throughout this area to make it a little bit more bearable. And again, I'll come and clean this up in a little bit. And let's build that. Let's put some benches out first. Just do the basics first and put some benches on either side of the door. There we go. Right, I think the next thing to do is we're going to build out that staff room if we can build it before the staff's wages come out. They keep wanting paid. Very unreasonable. That's fine, we'll just wait a second. So our revenue, we are making money at the moment, but we're just spending quite a lot of money to improve the facilities here. A mistake we won't continue to make, I'm sure. And I think we're getting to the point where we need some better training as well for all of our staff. Or some training, depending on how qualified they are. So I'm going to build a better training room in a little bit. Let's put our punching bag in here for now. We're going to need a couple of small air conditioning units in here. Let's put those just right in the middle, just right in the way of the TV. That should make everyone happy. And a couple of games machines there. We'll put a coffee maker in the middle and a sweet dispenser in here as well. Okay, and again I'm trying to keep it down to level 3 so I might be able to get some extra challenges that I can do. A hand sanitizer, we'll put that just over here, and we need a large bin. And I'll put a fire extinguisher in just for giggles. I need to go through and check all the rooms for fire extinguishers after some of our equipment has started to catch fire. Actually, I think that's probably all I'm going to stick in there. Oh no, let's put in some luxury snacks machines. Luxury snack machine and a energy drink machine. And I think that'll probably do. It'll be interesting to hear from you guys what you'll put in in staff rooms. Whether you go for a different approach. Morass suggests tequila bottles. Unfortunately, not an option. Not through ethical grounds, just because we don't have a tequila bottle unlocked. Doesn't seem to be an option. Maybe that'll be future DLC. Okay, stream. So we've got 2 Point County Healthcare Awards ceremony has begun. Let's see what we have here. So the Rising Star Award goes to Raquel Mop, one of my staff. Employer of the Year goes to Grockle Bay. The No Deaths Award goes to... Oh, look, we're not in contention. Holistics. The best teaching hospital is Grockle Bay. The Patient's Choice Award is going to Grockle Bay. Oh, well, that's already better than we've had previously. The most prestigious hospital goes to Grockle Bay. Oh. And the best research hospital is not us, because we have no research facilities now. And the Hospital of the Year goes to Grockle Bay. Okay, so we've got 6 out of 8, and realistically that's as many as we could get at the moment, so that's pretty good going. We definitely need to improve our teaching and our staff. Right, we do also need to add some luxury snacks machines and a drinks machine over here as well. That'll do. And just out of interest, if I copied that... Oh, that would work. So I'm going to wait until the emergency's over. The reason I was trying to copy it isn't because I actually want to copy that one. It's because I want to paste the other one over there. You can see we absolutely spammed this room with medicine cabinets as well to give them maximum chance of survival for surgery. He's waiting for treatment for floppy disks. Oh, welcome to everyone that's watching on Mixer, YouTube and Twitch. I can see we've had a few more people pop in from different places. Thank you very much, I really appreciate it. Oh, we're losing our surgeon there. That's probably not great timing. Alright, let's go for the staff list and find another surgeon. Right, that was a stupid mistake. So I need to go through and make sure that his checklist, if he's got a level 3 surgeon, I do not want him going to do general diagnosis. Nope. Even a level 2 surgeon. I don't want to have them running over to do general diagnosis at the moment where they could be doing surgery. And I don't mind doing other treatment, but in particular, general diagnosis or GP's office is just a bit of a waste of their talents. So we've still got 2 patients here who are both VIPs. One of them, I believe, is about to go in for treatment. We probably need to put in a decent-sized block of facilities over here in terms of toilets, just to stop people running off. I'll leave the corridor quite wide. So it's one there, one there. Let's do there. And I'll come back and change these again later. But just for now, oh, we've got golden toilets here. Why not? And a couple of hand dryers, and we should be set to go. Ah, aircon. That's what we're missing. Small aircon unit and a bin. Small aircon, big bin, and let's put some hand sanitizer in there as well. Why not? Okay, so staff promotion will promote them. Staff challenge to get a level 5 staff room. Perfect, we can do that. And publicity update. The training, not now. Okay, so level 5, that's really easy to achieve. We'll do it in here. I'm going to do it with a little bit longer way than you could, because you could just spam in the gold awards. One of the things I would strongly recommend everyone, if you're starting off, the gold star award is absolutely golden for trying to improve your hospital in general. So let's edit this room, because I was going to put a couple of rugs in there as well, because why not? There we go. So put 4 of them all over there, and then all these gold star awards, you can put them behind machines, you can put them all over the wall. Improves the attractiveness of the room. I know I've already done it, but I'm just going to add more all the way around just to make it a little bit more attractive. I think that might be it actually. Let's see, how does that look now? If we have a look at the attractiveness on there, that's lovely, unlike large parts of the rest of my hospital. Okay. So we need to up our cure rate, so I'm going to keep focusing on getting our cure rate up first, and then the hospital attractiveness is easy. We can just do that very quickly by spamming plants everywhere. just... Really? We're sending him for treatment in the injection lab? Okay. Right, so we've got some half-decent facilities over here. Can we hire another nurse that's good at treatment? Not really. However, a new 5-star nurse will do. Because we've still got a VIP there. How close are we to failing that? I think we've already failed it. Okay. Well, that's okay. I'm going to edit this room and move this over to our brand new surgical facilities over here. And I'm going to have to remove one window that's in this corner. Give it a second. There we go. There we go. So that's our new surgical wing starting to take shape. And should allow me to put something else over this side. We cured 3 out of 6. That's not bad. Promote our members of staff. Okay. So... now we've got large queues at our general diagnosis, back to large queues at our GP's offices, and people dying all over the place again. Fantastic. So how's our queues going here? I don't really care about whether he's happy. I care that he's... Can I just send him for treatment? Okay. And we also need to do something about our reception desks. Let's hire an extra assistant because we need someone to cover when they're on break anyway. And I do need to start doing more staff training. Right. I think what I'm going to do is, although I've just built my shiny new ward over there, I'm going to build another one. I think this is probably a little bit further away than I want it to be, but I want to get more other diagnosis in where that current ward is. And I don't mind all of those patients dying. They probably mind a bit right now. And I'll get back onto reducing our mortality rates soon. Oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I know there's... Hang on. Items. Where's fire extinguishers? Because no surprise to anyone, I think that's going to go up again. Okay. Why? How? Oh, there is a nurse in there, but even still, how? Okay, so let's build our new large ward. If you guys have any other suggestions, let me know in the chat. I'm going to, for now, go with the ward and leave quite a wide corridor. I have a feeling that's not going to be a helpful suggestion. Right. Let's do that. Stop killing patients is a suggestion. Well, that seems against the spirit of this hospital. The foundation it was built on was mass mortality of patients. And I think that is a... Let's put the door over this side. There, in fact. And we'll put a couple of screens in. Let me... Oh, it does let me do that. That's cool. See, 3 screens might be enough. Let's put all the windows all the way around the edge. I'm trying to leave wider corridors wherever I can. Just because it seems to stop people kind of getting stuck. The routing's pretty good on this, but occasionally patients do seem to get themselves into a position where they can't escape. It's normally when they come into my hospital. Right. They can escape. They just choose to die in the hospital. They're choosing us. We won the Patient Choice Award. Right. that's looking a much more substantial number of beds. There we go. In fact, again, just for routing purposes, I think I'm going to leave that a little bit wider as a gap. Morass says that's because they don't tell people they die. Well, yeah, my reputation, considering the massive number of people I'm killing, my reputation for this hospital is great. I'm not entirely sure how, and I don't particularly want a great reputation right now. I would much rather a terrible one, so people stop turning up. Okay, so that's 3, 8, 16 beds in here. That will do. In fact, I might rejig some of these beds. Those there. There we go. Put another screen in there. That's fairly compact actually. Let's put a couple of nurses stations in because we need at least one to be able to build the room. There you go. Almost looks like a hospital. Medicine cabinets. We need to put loads of these in. And then I'll worry about temperature in a minute. Okay. In fact, I'm just wondering if it would be better for me putting these beds this way around. I don't think I'll get any more beds in, but it may be a more... Sorry about this stream. I'm just trying to decide what the most useful way is, because I'm going to need to put some air conditioning units as well, which is why I keep thinking about putting a smaller number of beds in, or a smaller gap in, and then going back to the larger number instead. So that looks pretty neat. I'm going to be able to get some more medicine cabinets in between all of these beds here as well. Not those ones, but these ones here. Let's stick loads of them in. Okay. And I can, as long as I leave one end open and I don't block too much, I can stick a couple of extra medicine cabinets there as well. And why not put them back to back? I'll leave that one open actually, and I'll move that one to keep the wider corridor. Okay, what else do we need? We can put a wall monitor in. We need air conditioning as the main thing, but let's put a bin in over here. We're going to put a coffee machine in, which is there for the staff. And we're going to put a sweet dispenser in here, again for the staff, to try and keep them from being hungry or thirsty to start with. So we've got a bin, coffee machine. What's the benefit of lockers? I think they're just, yeah, just for prestige. How many people are actually in our ward? Not many, but I think that's because of the massive backlog at doctors and general diagnosis over there, which I also need to solve. So I'm thinking about getting rid of the extra bed here, and let's put in some, a hand sanitizer over by the door here. Apparently not. That will do. So I need to put the aircon in still, which I'm going to use small aircon units for. But I also was going to put more medicine cabinets all the way down this wall. So again, try and increase the overall cure rate and the diagnosis power of the room. Because the more diagnosis power there is, hopefully the less diagnostics rooms that our patients are going to have to visit. That'll do there, that'll do there. There we go. In fact, we've probably put another medicine cabinet there. There we go. So, an absolute shed load of medicine cabinets in there. So, last things last, we will put a large air conditioner in Then we'll look at the thermals and then put small air conditioners in everywhere else. So let's edit the room again. Okay, well actually that large air conditioner did most of the work we needed it to. So the small ones we'll just stick a couple wherever it will let us get away with it. So maybe one there, one there. We probably need one against the wall here if we can fit one in, maybe not. Well, in that case, let's just stick one against the end of these medicine cabinets, I think. Blocking the route a little bit, but not into a world-ending degree. Okay. Well, if anything, that is too cold now. Nope, not doing that. No, actually, they might be cold in the middle, but... what I'm going to do is move that one over a little bit to there. That's better. I think we've got it. Yeah, I think that'll do. We could probably get away with putting one less over here because it's saying it's cold over this side. I think that'll do. There we go. Generally pretty good. Let's get rid of that then. So what we're going to do, stream, is get rid of this ward over the other side. May have just killed someone there. It's fine. It's not exactly a new thing for this hospital. Now, the next thing we're going to do... gonna have to do some queue management. So we'll do the queue management in a second, but we are definitely going to need some more general diagnosis. Oh, jeez. Right, okay, well let's just copy that and we can stick some more rooms in across here. And we'll again neaten it up in a little bit as we get a chance. That's fine, we'll sell the 2 invalid items because they're probably going to be windows. And then let's copy that again and switch that around. That'll do. And then copy it again, and that should give us more than enough. In fact, that gives us 3. How's our cardio looking? Okay, I think as I clear this backlog, it's going to cause me to need more cardio rooms. Let's clear one backlog at a time though. Oh, and we've got a shock horror emergency. That we can absolutely deal with. And we also need to build our new training room. So, let's do a little bit of queue management first. Of course, I pause it a moment. So, they can go straight for treatment. I really want to move these GP's offices out of the way. They can go straight for treatment. They can go straight for treatment. The rest of that queue looks pretty sensible to me. Other than maybe that person needs to be seen later. That person can be seen sooner. And I'm going to edit the room just for a second, just to be able to move this room out of the way. Oh. And find a part that's not full of stuff. Yeah, I'll neaten that up in a minute, but for now, I'm just going to move it out of the way. Let's look at the next one. So they can go straight for treatment. As can they. Anyone that I'm in the green on, I'm going to send for treatment if I can. Just because we've got a bit of a backlog everywhere, so even if this room's not in trouble. Okay, that person's looking very peaky. Who else? Well, they're actually angry, but they're not that ill, so those 2 can go ahead of them. In fact, I'm just going to send him home. He's already angry at the staff. Why make him wait around? That person can go there, and that person can go straight for treatment. Okay, let's get ourselves back over to that room. So it does move you around a little bit as you do this. That person goes straight for treatment. We'll move these people further up because they're needing treatment faster. Honestly, with that lower chance, I don't think I'm probably going to save them anyway, but worth a try. And I think the rest of that looks okay. Let's try the next one over. Oh, geez, that's a massive queue. Oh, that was the... So they can go straight for treatment. Sorry about the jumping around on screen. Just for a second while we figure the rest of this out. I'm going to send them home. Oh, call a janitor for that as well. Right, I think that person needs to go home. As does that person. They might get out of the hospital before they die. Yeah. Let's also have a look at the queue here. Are we seeing the right people in order here? No, that person needs to go straight for treatment. They need to be seen first. Well, leave them doing what they're doing. I might put another general diagnosis office over here as well. Right, I think I've gone through all of the queues on this side. The only person that didn't look in the right order there. So we're just going to send some of these people straight for treatment over here, because it's better that if they're going to die, they may as well die while we're trying to treat them, rather than dying waiting for a GP to see them. Let's do that. Right, I think other than that, that queue's in pretty good shape. That person goes straight for treatment. So if they've got either a high chance that we know what's wrong with them, or if they're almost dead anyway, I'm just sending them straight for treatment right now. I can't do anything with that person. I'll put them to the front of the queue though, because hopefully we can then get moving and get treating them. That person though needs to go straight for treatment. So the next door over after this. So that one looks pretty much okay now. This one, she needs to go straight for treatment. I think it might already be too late for them. He can go just because there's no point in seeing a GP. We know what's wrong with him. Same with him. I think I'm going to risk him as well, because it's going to take him long enough to walk over to where he needs treated. And other than that, that queue now looks about right. Okay, now the downside is that now we've done all our GP's offices, we're just going to have to run through and check all of the treatment rooms to make sure that we are seeing people in the right order. That person can go home. Let's see, what else for our... That treatment, all of that seems fine. They're looking pretty ill. Did I already send him home? Yes. Heading for queue. Okay, so I think this queue's okay. We'll put that person to the bottom. That's not terrible. I mean, they're desperately unhappy, but they're not going to die. So let's check this room. That looks fine. I mean, it doesn't really matter which way they get cured. That looks okay. Now let's check our fracture clinic. I think there's a bit of a race for time here. We need more staff on this clinic. Let's get see if we can actually hire some more staff for this clinic while we're doing it. There we go. How about the doors over here for our treatment? All of these are looking okay. That person needs to be cured before the other person is seen. That's looking okay. That's looking okay as long as there's a doctor on his way. Our cubism clinics are looking fine. We don't need to do any research, so all of that looks alright. Then just check over the other areas of the hospital. So we have now a huge queue for patients to the ward, but that's not unexpected because you just got rid of one. They just need to go straight for treatment. So the ward is a diagnosis and a treatment area. So I'm going to do the same as I'm doing for the doctors. I'm just going through very quickly, or as quick as I can, and getting them in the right order. That is a treatment room for him. Okay, that's fine. So, come on, let's scroll down again. Sorry, stream. Stats. I'm going to put 3 extra staff. 4 extra staff in there. No, 3, because that gives us 4 in total. Let's also hire an extra nurse to stick in there. So he needs to go to the top of the queue. Is anyone else almost dead? He needs to go to the top of the queue as well, because that gets some treatments done. I think in general, other than that, that all looks fine. So it's quite a large queue, but it all makes sense. Now let's have a look at our other. So that looks fine. Other than the fact that it's going to explode soon, that looks fine. And do we have much for queue here? We've got one person heading over here with 8-bitten. Okay, so that should help a little bit with the initial backlog. I'm thinking about putting a much larger chunk of toilets in this area here. In fact, that is exactly what I'm going to do because it's not big enough to do anything else with. So, new toilets. Let's add to there. There we go. Put a door in the middle, why not? A big bin next to the door to make it a bit easier for the janitor to clear. And some golden toilets. Let's make this a really prestigious area. There we go. Oh dear, I derped. It's fine, it's fine. Everything's fine. I'll put a sink on either side and a hand dryer on either side. I'm not that fussed about making this huge, and I do need to put an air conditioner in here as well. Let's put one there. In fact, let's just put one in the middle of the floor. Let's get rid of this other one. There we go. So I think I'm going to put a much bigger reception desk over here as well. So to do that... Hey, Oms! One of my friends streamer in this game made a toilet in the form of a labyrinth. It was funny. Sorry it took so long for you to spot. Oms, how are you, sir? I like the idea of doing a toilet in the shape of the labyrinth. I might have to... Of course, we take patient safety very seriously here. But that sounds funny. Let's put a bin over there for now. I'm just moving some of the stuff out because I am about to... Let's just dump that there. I'm going to put a large reception desk in the middle here and then get rid of all the other reception desks around the rest of the hospital. So after you get to a certain level, you get the reception desk as a room available. I think it's going to have to be bigger than that. Can we make it a little bit bigger than that? There's no doors on this side, so let's put the hatch in first. Put the hatch there. Okay, and then we can put some reception pods in. You're invited to Bath. You soon go on vacation with friends. Oh, that's cool. That's awesome. Bath's beautiful. Why can't I fit that in the corner? Is it just because it's in the corner? Okay, I'm going to have to make this area... It doesn't actually make much sense for me to make it any bigger than that, if that's the case. Let's put another reception pod in there. So we've only got 3 reception desks at the moment. That, if we can keep 3, we're probably okay. Alright, that machine can go for now. Can we get an extra reception pod on this side? Or could we put that on that side, an extra reception point there and there? That works. Now, I was going to put the air conditioning unit back in the middle of this reception pod area, because that was doing pretty well where it was. Now to make this a little bit nicer, he says. So I'll put one there, one there. That's going to get in the way there. Put them on either side. Functional and adorable item. Why not? When it sells you it like that. Okay. I think that's as many of those as I can get in. The really important stuff that I'm going to put in is a coffee machine and a sweet dispenser to keep the reception team hydrated and keep them working for longer. And we'll put a big bin in the middle here as well. I think that's probably all we want to stick in there. We can put some... Ooh, gold... Why not? Let's unlock some flowers. A lot of these people are probably going to... that come through my doors at this point are probably going to die here, so yeah, may as well give them a nice environment. A boombox, that's what every reception needs. Let's put a printer in. So none of these really do anything, they're just decorative items. But I've got it to the level that I want it to be at, which is level 3, and I've still got my air conditioning unit in there and all of the other stuff. I'm going to get rid of that cacti there because I think it's just going to block the corridors up. And I'm probably going to hire an extra couple of assistants to man this expanded pod. Right. Now I'm just on the hunt for more of the assistants that I dumped all around the hospital earlier on. Somewhere around there will do. Okay, I think that is all of the reception desks now replaced. There we go. Okay, so I need to improve my hospital attractiveness and keep getting my cure rate up, but that should help a bit. It also lets me focus all of the queue for the reception desks in one place. Let's hire another assistant. Oh, that one in fact. There you go. So we've got a decent reception team now together. Come on. Why are you looking for work? You're standing in the middle of a... Oh. Samantha Volcano is looking very unhappy. I've just stolen her job. Over this side, let's... Oh, place in the middle there. We can give our additional person something to do. Let's put a new shop in. There we go. We have a huge queue over here, but that's not unexpected. Lots of people dying. Right, have I got a chance of treating you? Apparently not. Okay. Well, they are fully staffed, but there's still a huge queue for the ward. But I don't think the queue's over here yet. I need to put some seating in outside. That's what I need to do. Let's try and sort this corridor out a little bit more. There we go. So let's improve the seating area outside over this side. Put some benches outside so all the people that are waiting have somewhere to sit. And we'll put some more food machines. We've already got our toilets over here. And we'll put some games so they can stand and play games while they wait as well. I think there will do. Let's put a luxury snack machine just here and a energy drinks machine so they can get hyped and run around. Why don't we put a put a hand sanitizer out there as well. But why put a hand sanitizer or something that could be helpful like that when you can put some more video games out? There we go. Put an extra hand sanitizer just there. Okay, so we've got a news agent, a gift shop in the hospital. We may yet put a canteen in as well. So the temperature's looking okay. Attractiveness is looking okay, other than in our ward, which is looking dreich to say the least. I think these just need emptied. And we can probably improve... Let's improve the attractiveness of the corridor, because we do need to improve the hospital attractiveness anyway. And I think that we could also do with a... Oh no, we've got a staff room over this side. Staff room we're fine for. So, let's focus on doing the attractiveness. So, my favourite thing for boosting attractiveness is these gold star awards. Because they do a really good job of boosting the attractiveness of the hospital without my janitorial staff actually having to do anything with them, like water them or maintain them. So much better bet than plants for just pure attractiveness. And they don't tend to block anything, and you can put them above benches. I definitely need more benches over this side as well, actually. We'll keep boosting the hospital attractiveness in general around here for now, because we don't get any challenges for the corridor. We've got an epidemic. Jogger's Ripple. I'm not even going to bother stream to try and deal with that. The reason being that I don't care about my reputation right now. I care about getting the cash in and starting to make it a bit more efficient. So, but it's the 2 Point County Healthcare Award Ceremony has begun. Let's see how we do this time. So the Rising Star Award goes to Wilbur Peril, one of my employees. That will give me a bit more cash. Employer of the Year goes to Grockle Bay. Fantastic. The No Deaths Award goes to the Orb Foundation. The Best Teaching Hospital will not be me. I've spent no time teaching at the moment. The Patient's Choice Award, Training Room, that's what I was going to do, goes to Grockle Bay. The Most Prestigious Hospital goes to Grockle Bay. The Best Research Hospital goes to not me, because I don't have anyone researching. Holistics. And the Hospital of the Year goes to Grockle Bay. There you go, 5 out of 8. I can kind of live with that. Unlike most of my patients that visit this hospital. Right. Let's keep improving the attractiveness of the hospital. I was putting gold star awards out before, and then we need to find somewhere we can stick our new training room. There you go. Our hospital attractiveness will get improved little by little as we place these around. In fact, let's go and deal with some other areas of the hospital that need it improved as well. We'll just do a quick run of improving the look and feel of the hospital in the corridors. The treatment rooms, however. Oh, actually, I may as well. Let's. I might accidentally level 4 some up, but I don't care. I think that's. Oh, in that room, please. I think that's probably the way to go. On says, I really like the games Oxygen, Rimworld, Overlord 2, and Graveyard Keeper, and Darkest Dungeon. What I'll do is Maras, who is in the stream, is one of our mods. I'll get him to add those to the Discord as the list increases for the games that everyone wants to see played. We've already got another couple of suggestions as well. Remember, everyone, you can join our Discord. We've set up. We're really lucky. We've got a lovely community that joined the stream, and we're using the Discord just really to set up games, PvP games between people, and also to put any requests in between streams as to what you'd like to see. So our hospital attractiveness is 67% at the moment. I'll keep working to update that. I might put another room in over here yet, but let's put some gold star awards above here. Okay. So we've got a gap there that I haven't decided what to do with. And this area, we completely tore it apart, didn't we? So, I say we, I'm sharing the blame around, stream. You're all complicit. Although I wouldn't agree to that if I were you with all of the deaths that are currently happening. Right. I suppose at least in PUBG they can only die once. Okay, so I'll keep improving these. And this means that I want my janitors to really focus as much as they can on dealing with the machinery, cleaning up. I don't want them to be using all of their time on this. Oh, I cannot. It does not want to stick awards. There we go. That was annoying. Okay. So attractants at 69%. Let's improve some of these rooms. Let's just make them a little bit more attractive. Why not? I suppose we're killing most of our patients. They may as well be in pleasant surroundings before they yep, so both these rooms also need all of their attractiveness boosted. Let's improve the staff room. So as you can see, it's a super fast way of improving your hospital without actually, and you can stick them behind machines as well, but without actually causing yourself more problems. Toilets need blocked, don't worry. Put loads of gold star awards up and everyone will think they're lovely. There we go. There we go. We'll do another one. And so each of these rooms, and just I'll focus back on patient care in just a minute as soon as I've done the training room. Ah, you give me a headache. What a sloppy hospital. Absolutely, you give me a headache. Look, you've seen several of my hospitals now. I've got gold star awards up all over the place. Look, see? Best. Oh. Maybe while I'm claiming my hospital's good, I shouldn't have failed the epidemic right there. See, I've got gold star awards. These are lovely. 100% of my printers say that I have a lovely hospital. See? Who wouldn't want to be treated? See, with all these gold star awards, Siakane, does that mean that you'll come and get your headache treated? I mean, you're only marginally more likely to die coming here than you are at home. Well, alright, maybe. Headache's very unlikely to kill you at home, so maybe you are significantly more likely to die in my hospital than if you don't. I'm going to put some plants by the bins, just so if the bins aren't emptied, people don't notice quite so much. And Got a disgusting load of pool of stuff on the floor. Don't know what to do with it. You can improve things by not clearing it up and instead sticking some awards around. Right, we've more than done our hospital attractions now, but I'll just finish off the areas that we're doing. What can we do for hospital attractiveness in the middle of the room? I think it's going to have to be a... Well, in fact, we do have enough kudosh to buy anything else we want. So, a patient is unhappy with the hospital storming out. Very thirsty, desperate for the toilet, very bored. Well, you know what? I'll get back to it. An indoor fountain. Because we've been sticking outdoor fountains through so far. Yucca. Doesn't need much watering. That sounds like the ideal plant for me. Or we kill the cacti, the yucca will be fine. How are they still getting into that bed? I've basically covered the bed in rubbish. There we go. That's a bit better. Have you made a mess in our corridor? There you go. It's barely noticeable now. How are you today? You give me a headache. Let's see. Let's just hire an extra janitor or so. Okay, in general, the hospital's getting a bit better. Not like that patient who's died. But, it's looking pretty attractive, so we'll change off the attractiveness in a second. Can we hide the ghost by putting some... Oh, gee. Gonna have to decide what to do with that as well. Stick that in there for now. Plant in the doorway. There you go. Get in the way of everyone. We need to redo this corridor as well. There we go. So, let's change the attractiveness off because we've dealt with that. Don't know, people using the benches for sitting on. What do they think this is? We'll put a bench in here. You Give Me a Headache says, oh gosh, you don't want to know our IRL, but hanging in. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I hope your day improves. Okay, I think that's probably a little bit better, and we'll put another luxury snack machine in. So we've got our value up, we just need to increase our cure rate now. So I'm going to make a prediction, our cure rate is going to get significantly worse before it gets better. We do have a shed load of money to spend, so I'm going to start spending that very soon as well. People are complaining about being hungry and thirsty, so we'll put some more machines over here to deal with that. Spread the load out a little bit. Why not give them some energy drink machines? As I've decided that as it's not a mission, any infections I'm not going to bother treating. Just go for treatment, honestly, guys. Right. So, where else can we expand to? We've got an additional expansion plot there. Actually, I could put another fountain in over the top here. Why not? Let's spend all our kudosh on an indoor fountain. See? Unlike the outdoor fountains that I'm currently sticking all over my hospital. And actually, let's check the thermals over here. Not great. Okay. Well, we can deal with that as well with some small air conditioning units. Maras, have you added those extra games to Discord? He says he has. Perfect. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Okay. So we've currently got a backlog at our GP's offices again. That feels familiar. Oh, we've got terrible thermals over here. I must have done something stupid over here. There we go. So improved thermals around here. That's going to be an air conditioner that's out of use. Is that an air conditioner out of use here, or did I really build a... Oh. Oh dear. I may have accidentally forgot to put air conditioning in our office. So this one's definitely one that's just broken. It needs a handyman to go and have a look at it, and that one's not in much better nick either. However, when I think all those are... If those are repaired, I think we're going to end up with that area being too cold. Another moment's problem. However, right, so hostel value is pretty much bang on. That will improve as we get more cash in. We need to build new training, and we also probably need to build more GP's offices. I think both are needed to try and deal with the same problem. That's a really weird size of plot as well. It seems more of a corridor than... I was hoping that would be large and rectangular. Okay. Well, let's buy these extra plots, which will dimp my hospital attractiveness, just because they won't be very attractive when we first build them. All this stuff. Have I missed another air conditioner, or is that broken? Gee. That's why every so often it is worth zooming out on to look at the views. That's July 1st. Are we still making a profit? Oh, we're making a bit more of a loss than a profit right now, but I should be able to solve that fairly fast. Okay, put that in there. There you go. I'll put one out in the corridor as well. Okay, so we need more GP's offices. I think we're probably going to need more other diagnostic areas as well, because as we get more GP's offices, it kind of just pushes the burden along the chain. I am pretty pleased over here with our new ward though. Let's get the thermals turned off. Right. Oh, that's a weird shape of building. Okay, well the first thing I'm going to do is ignore everything that's happening right now and build a... Oh, actually I'll put some GP's offices over here I think as well. So in that case, let's just temporarily stick some aircon in. Less fussed about this area, to be honest. But let's build a nice training area. They are... Okay. So I think this might be a good candidate for a new training room. I'm going to spend quite a lot of money on it as well, because I want to be able to start firing through the training and improving our staff skills, because that's part of the problem, is that the GPs, you really need good GPs in the GPs offices, and you really need good doctors in the treatment rooms, and if you focus on building up the GP skill level, that will also solve the queues over time as well as just building more. So where's our training room? This will be it, and we need to make it pretty large. I'll do another one over this side as well, so I think we'll have two separate training rooms, and I'm going to move the door right over to this edge so we have the maximum width potential here for other rooms. So okay, so, and we have the Encyclopedia 2 bookcase, which increased the training speed by 4%. So you can probably guess I'm going to stick loads of those in here. So first things first, let's build our lectern, and then we'll need... You can hear all those deaths at the moment. I am going to get round to that stream, don't worry. Brian Mate says, is this game available on Steam? And Om says yes, because it absolutely is. And in fact, it is... It's only just come out. It's available on Humble and Steam. If you are a subscriber to Humble Bundle, Brian makes, it's worth picking it up on Humble, just because you get the 10% off. If not, I'll check the pricing for you at the moment, sir. It's $24.99 at the moment on Steam. It's only just come out on the 30th of August. And let's check on Humble for you as well. We'll leave these patients to die just for a second. I'm sure it's fine. Oh, apparently it's... So on Humble, 2 Point Hospital, it's $24.99 as well on Humble. So if you've got the 10% off for being a subscriber, great. If not, I wouldn't worry too much about it. And if you buy it from Humble, you just activate it on Steam, the same as you would otherwise. Am I missing a decent store to check for? Morass, Oh, hang on, there's a fire. Oh, let's assume that my guys have got it. If they had it, there probably wouldn't be a fire, I know. So we're going to stick loads of these across. But, oh, and by the way, hi Brian. It is quite a good game for just sitting and chilling out to. I would strongly suggest it for anyone in the IT industry who's doing server cutovers, as an example. If you have a little bit of time where you have to be alert but don't have to be putting 100% of your focus in while you're just on call. So let's put some more... Put a load of these in here just in case we need to do mass training. And I think I'm going to ignore my death count completely. Like every good hospital administrator, this training should go super fast. Well, hang on, we've got lots of death there. Just the things you're looking to fill, Brian. I thought you might say that. I'm not saying that I was targeting that suggestion at you at all, but I thought that you may find that a useful recommendation. How's your day going today, by the way, Brian? So I think we'll probably need a large air conditioning unit in here, actually. Let's put that in here. I don't know. Coffee machines. I'm hoping with this many cabinets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We've got 14 on one side and 12 on the other. So it's going to be 26. So it's going to be 46% faster training. No. It's going to be 52% faster training. What a derp. Okay. I'll improve the attractions to the room because it's large enough to do it. So I'll put some gold star awards round the outside. $293 days is too many days of treatment, apparently. I know, right? Unreasonable. Okay. I think that's probably enough. I've already stuck a bin in there. It's unaffordable at the moment, apparently. That's because these bookcases aren't cheap. We're just going to wait a second, because I think we're making money at the moment. And failing that, we'll take out a loan to cover it. Come on, hurry up. Need to speed the game up a second. And then the second that this turns green, I'm going to build it and then go into debt. Right, there we go. Built. Done. I can sell off the other training room because I'm not going to use that for anyone now. Now let's have a look at what training I can conduct. So let's first see if we can improve our general practice. We're going to have to buy in a trainer, and we've got only got one trainee, but you can train the trainee and then get them to train other doctors. So that's going to cost money to do, but that's fine. It should be over fairly fast. Right, while that's happening, we definitely need to have a quick look through all of these GP's offices because that backlog is what's causing so many deaths. So Well, that and my general hospital management skills. Send them home. What else we got in here? I think I think my strategy for this round is just going to be anyone that's looking a bit peaky, I'm going to chance it on the cure. Let's see if I can see them a bit sooner. That person I have sent home already. This person diagnosis 100%, so I'm just going to send them anyway. And everyone else seems to be in about the right order. Wilbur's going home. Maybe put that person above there. Okay, next room. So I'll try send them for treatment. I think it's probably a bit late for them. Same for that person. The only problem is it does ping you all over the place as you select the individual. Send them home. So my diagnosis, my cure rate's going to drop really significantly, temporarily. Although it's not great at the moment anyway, but I need to try and get some more of these people through the hospital. It's not useful to me. Yep, you'll do. It's not useful to me to have my loads of people here getting backed up at the GPs, and also diagnosis doesn't really bring in any cash. It's got 15 people at this one. Well, he's definitely can go for treatment, as can he. That's looking close enough. As can Bill Smudge. So we're reducing the they need to go for treatment because even if I'm wrong, they're likely to die in the hospital otherwise. So we've got that queue down to 10 so far. That person needs to go for treatment. I think it may already be too late for them though. They can probably just go through the normal diagnosis chain. But we'll move, because they've started diagnosis and but they bring in money when we go for a cure, we're going to move them to the top. Is there anything else we would do in that one differently? That person's unhappy. Let's just get them through a little bit faster. There's quite a queue there for my news agents. Right, that person needs to go straight for treatment. And what I'm going to do is go through all of our GP's offices first and go through this process of just anyone that's either in bad shape and we got a rough idea of what they have, we'll just send for treatment. Anyone that won't let me send them for treatment, I'm sending home. So he can just drop out the queue. We're pretty sure about his treatment in general, so that should be fine. What else do we have? I think because I'm coming back so late to this, for a lot of these people, I'm just going to be fairly ruthless on this cut through. I've already sent that dude home. That person, I'm just going to get seen faster. He doesn't matter because he's already being sent. And by going through the GP's offices first, we'll form some really big queues at some of our treatment, hopefully. No, they can just go. They can go. We're pretty sure about their diagnosis. That's fine. As is that. And then I'm going to go through the treatment rooms, do the same, and then we'll have a massive dip in treatment for a little while. Particularly as I'm about to start stealing doctors to be trained better. But we should have a bit more income as well, because anyone that does make it to the treatment rooms will pay us some money. Other than that, that queue looks okay, so same again with the next one. I think other than that one I can actually leave as it is. There wasn't really anything I would change. This one. Brian says his day's going well, he has the day off, so time for some games. Oh, fantastic. Another game that got recommended to us, Brian makes, I'm not sure if it would be your cup of tea or not. But I'm seriously thinking about picking it up a bit later on, and it's up to 8-player. Where is it? So it's called Gang Beasts, and it's a 14.99. And I'm thinking about picking that up just as a extra game to play, because we might have a few people available to mess around on stream a bit later. So that may be one to have a look at as well. It looks more like a very casual game as a bit of a laugh with lots of people, like with multiplayer, rather than being more suitable for kind of killing time or being AFK in while you're doing something else. And Morass is suggesting RimWorld. I really need to get into RimWorld. I keep seeing recommendations for it and I've never played it. I might have to have a go at that later as well. Okay, so we're nearly done with all of these queues. Some of the queues are still massively long, which means that we do definitely need some more GPs, because it's not just that we've got derps in queues. What I will do then is let's just copy and paste at least one more GP's office up here. That's fine. I'll just put a couple of benches outside it for now, and we'll again come back to it later to figure it out properly. Just for now, we're doing the bare minimum just to create another office. Okay. So now we need to go on to our treatment rooms. Is there a queue here? There is indeed. And this is a treatment and diagnosis room. I'm just going to send them onwards. That will cure someone. I'm just going to send that person home. I think because we've already had a while where I've not been paying very much attention. If anyone's looking seriously peaky and is still not diagnosed, and I can't send them for a cure, I'm just going to send them home. We're going to have mass sending home at the moment. Let's put that person first, that person second. Well, sorry, that person first if he gets here. Dirk Cumberland, I'm actually just going to send home. Right, next up. Our surgery, that looks fine, other than we need to get our surgeon over there. Let's check our resolution lab. That's fine. DNA analysis, that seems fine, or as fine as it's going to be. There might be a few more deaths there. Let's check psychology as well. Everyone looks in pretty good shape there, other than very unhappy. Yep, that's okay. That needs to go in that order. If I can hire another nurse just to stick in that treatment room I'm going to. That will do it. There we go. Because there are 2 people about to die in the corridor. Not an unusual sight in this hospital. All of these guys are getting treatment. Just watch your colony burn. Okay, the recovery room's looking okay. That's our research department, which I may actually just get rid of that completely. And that needs a doctor. Okay, I think stream we're ready to rock and roll again. So we'll see a lot of people heading for the exit. The doctor's queues numbers should start to drop, and our training should start shortly. Might need a few more janitors with the ghost hunting skill. Oh, and we've taken a massive hit to finances there. This is fine, honest. Might not be, you know. I'm actually going to get rid of that extra room. Let's sell it. Because I don't think I have enough doctors to man it right now. Well, we're failing some treatments, but can we get the cash numbers up? 11,000 needed for that. Oh, we got a ward emergency. I'll absolutely take that on at the moment because we need the cash. Not now for the training. So we've got 4 people heading to the ward, and we need to earn 200,000 for the staff request. And I'm going to try and hire this doctor as soon as we've got money in. I don't think we're going to get enough money in. We may make a loss this month. Oh dear, stream. We may have some problems here. Another member of staff promoted. So now I'm going to go into the red in a minute. Right. As soon as payroll comes in at the end of the month, I'll see a massive drop in finances. However, what are you doing? Get into that freaking room. There we go. So that was expected because that's just the payroll coming out. And hopefully these the emergency will get treated over here, although we have a fairly significant queue at the moment. We may actually need to add more nursing staff to this ward. Oh, and I think the ghost might have helped a little bit there. So I don't think there's a queue directly outside here. I think they're still heading their way over from the rest of the hospital. I'm going to keep trying to manage the doctor's doors for now and just a temporary measure, just constantly get out. Anyone that I can, just send them for treatment. Come on. Come on now. That person can go for treatment. So just checking for people that we're pretty certain about what they have. I'm not sure why it's not letting me send that person for treatment. Yeah, that person goes straight for treatment next. Okay, so I think it's going to be a case of constantly managing. No, just go for treatment. These doors and checking that anyone that. As like I said, buying something from the machine. Carrot cat heading for Q. Feeling bored. Okay. Well, if I can't just send him for treatment, I'm going to put him to the top of the queue. That person second. I'll send her for treatment. Right. Oh. So we took a big hit again this month. However, you see our revenue is increasing. And our end of year awards may help us a little bit. Let's just send them for treatment while we wait. Okay. So the 2-point County Healthcare Award ceremony has begun. It's a Biddy with Mordheim here. Very original. Let's see. The rising star goes to Mabel Parker of 2-Point Hospital. Or 2-Point County. One of my staff, Grockle Bay, has won Employer of the Year, surprising everyone because they're treating their staff abysmally. The No Deaths Award has gone to Holistics. The Best Teaching Hospital is going to Jumbo Megacorp. I'm going to improve that in a second. That the Patient's Choice Award goes to Grockle Bay. The most prestigious hospital goes to Grockle Bay. The best research hospital is not me. Once I've got my treatment levels up, I may actually do a bit more research, and the hospital of the year is going to Grockle Bay. Fantastic. Okay, so we do need to. They need to go straight for treatment. Need to keep managing these queues for a little bit. He can definitely go for treatment. Let's see, anyone else that's... 100% certainty of what they have, I'm just going to send them straight for treatment, particularly if they are currently low health. Same here. Off you go. You go. You go. Which may cause a few more deaths, but you know. That person go home. They can go for treatment. Apparently that person couldn't go home. That person goes straight for treatment. So it's going to mean that our cure rate's going to be dropping for a little bit. But that is absolutely fine. Just need to try and get everything back in order. So and it looks like we're starting to move back towards profitability as well. You know what? You're gone. I can't work out why you're not moving. I'd rather get rid of you. Alright, next queue. Don't queue up for a doctor if we know what's wrong with you already. Oh, there's a couple of... What? Stop running around. Go for treatment. Okay. Right, I think we've started to get a bit of a handle on most of these queues. There's a large queue outside psychiatry. We're going to have to increase our psychiatric capabilities. Right, I did manage to do that training before, didn't I? So, can anyone get diagnostics? General practice 3, yes. Done. Let's train both of those people. It's, again, going to cause a bit of a dip to start with, but I want to end up with a hospital that's running super efficiently. So the best way of doing that is I'm going to focus a lot of training on general practitioners and diagnosticians, and that will help us move those queues going forwards. It doesn't really help us with the derpy queues. I don't know if there is a way of doing it so you don't have to go in and do it yourself, but while that training's happening, let's see if we can keep queue managing. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Never mind. Damn it. Apparently I nearly stole a rug there. Let's get back into this queue. You can go. Okay, let's do it in a more efficient way. Let's go and look at our patients overall. Anyone with poor health, we don't know what's wrong with them, they're going home. Anyone with that we're pretty sure about, we're going to send for treatment. Yep, that person go home. So again, we're going to take a massive dip here. I think that person might have just got cured. Yep, one of our patients got cured. 1 out of several hundred isn't bad, right? Heart throw, I think they're waiting for surgery. I do need to go back over these cure rooms as well. I think he's being cured. If you're waiting for a GP, you're not going to be cured. Misery guts, you're being seen. Oh, we don't know what's wrong with you and you're almost dead. That's not a good sign. Needs a toilet. I'll come back to you then. Spontaneous combustion, that's fine. Let's see. Let's keep going down this list. Let's send that person for treatment. We may as well have a crack at anyone that anyone we can. If they're in low health already, what's the worst that can happen? Well, other than the whole death thing. Off you go for treatment. You can go home. You can go for treatment. You can go home. You can go home. Verbal diarrhea, that's okay. They know what's wrong with them. We'll send that person for treatment now. We're pretty sure that's shock horror, that's okay. We're pretty sure about that one. Not sure about that one at all. Let's just send them home. Just send that person home. Okay. Send that person home. So we're just going further and further down the... I'm going to ignore that epidemic stream. Send them home. Let's punt on treatment there. Let's punt on treatment there as well. So I'm going to go through to try and get us back up to date a bit. I'm going to go through and just look at every patient that's in orange and try and get rid of them. Morass says, apparently if you have 100 bookcase NGVs after the level 5 GP, it processes people to cure in 1 to 2 visits. 100 bookcases. You can't fit a GP's office doesn't have bookcases, I don't think. Oh, you mean the medicine things? Yeah, absolutely. We could spam a load of those in. So I might do that in a second. I just need to catch up on, as we've been expanding our hospital, we catch up on other areas. I might build some bigger GP's offices with more facilities over the top where we've got our new buildings. Let's just send him home. Also use radiators to block doors and trap people in areas. Yeah, I was trying to improve my overall cure count for... that's not really going to help. Hospital simulator, yes. Oh look, epidemic fell. Well, that's okay because I don't care. I could actually do with losing reputation at the moment because it would actually mean more people are... we don't have quite so many people coming through. No, you can go. Let's looking for anyone that's got pretty much entire... I don't think we're going to be able to do anything with them in time. That's okay, we're still making money. Don't know what he's complaining about. They can go home, as can they. They've obviously been in the hospital a wee bit too long. We're pretty sure about the diagnosis there. Sure, why not? We're just guessing at cures here, stream. It's fine. So, people that are in green, I'm quite happy to stay. Let's keep having a look through. I think they're already dead. They're in a room that they should be being treated in. Send that patient home. They can go home. We definitely need to do more about surgery. I think that seems to be a bit of a weakness of the hospital at the moment. So we're guessing it cures a lot here. And if I'm not close enough to guess at a cure on these people that are really quite seriously ill, I'm just going to send them home. It's fine. If it helps us all sleep better, let's pretend they get to go to another hospital. In the time that it takes to leave this one, they just go, you know what, they went to a better place. Which is probably any hospital in the district but this one. We're not sure about them. Pretty sure about them. Okay. Send that person home. We're going to then go home. Then go home, and we'll send you for treatment. We're not sure about that diagnosis at all. I'm just going to send that person home because they're ill enough that the amount of walking they have to do in my hospital, they're not going to manage to get to treatment. Okay, we're getting there. We've actually got quite a few cured people. See, we do cure some people. See, stream. There were some cures once. Once a cure happened. Once there was a guy that survived that came to this hospital. True story. Okay. Moraz says, "Did you cure them of the need to breathe?" A very true story. A very large number of the people that come into my hospital with that condition where they need to breathe, they leave it not with that condition anymore. They have been cured. Right. So I was going to go back and have another look at our training, because that training should be going through super fast. Do we have anyone that can now get general diagnosis for? And I don't think we can. Got surgery for. That seems like a plan. So we're going to spend a little bit of time just developing some of our staff. We'll just okay, we'll go through our patients while we're waiting for that to take effect. Honestly, if we're still diagnosing that person, they need to not be in this hospital. Right, they can go, I can't do very much about that. So you can see that going through these lists and clearing out all my queues, although it may not be necessarily good for many of these patients, it has been great for profits. We're now revenue 246,000 against our expense of 127,000. So this has really helped. Just going through these lists, clearing out the people we were never going to cure anyway, giving the others the best possible shot. Right, what do we got here? They can go. They should be fine, actually. Okay. Oh, there's a few other people dying all over the place, but that's not world ending for anyone but them. Right. Right, and no matter how healthy they are, if they've got 100% diagnosis there or thereabouts, I'm just going to send them to, like him, send them straight to treatment. Why are they taking up spaces in my queues to see a doctor? Ah, sugar. Right, stream. I think what we're going to do is we're going to leave it there and take a short break. So we will be back in about 45 minutes or so. So maybe a good time to go and grab yourself a coffee or another beverage of your choosing. As I know a few of you give me a headache, for example. You're not a huge fan of coffee. So we will end the stream there. We'll keep it saved for you. And we will be back in about 45 minutes. Sorry, we meant to end the stream at 2:45 and we kind of got carried away for half an hour there. So thank you ever so much, everyone, for watching. I really appreciate it. Every follow and watch has been fantastic, and it's been really nice to just hang out and play games with you guys. So, I will pause 2 point there. We won't lose our game. We'll come back at exactly the same point and try and push over for that second star. But in the meantime, all that leaves for me to say is thank you to everyone. Our latest Twitch follower, Dome Reaper, thank you very much. Giacomo Nicolini, thank you so much for your subscribe on YouTube. And thank you everyone for watching and following, and I will be back in a little bit. Let's say 4:15 at the very latest. I'll come back online. Thank you so much everyone. Take care and goodbye.